Welcome everyone to the stream. Oh man, we got a lot to talk about today on the program. The Bannon PERP walk. Just a lot of craziness going on, I got to tell you guys. And these people we're dealing with, they are very, very bad people. Very bad people. And of course, it's Friday, and that means open phones on the program on Friday. We call it Open MAGA Mike Friday. All right, here we go.
But if chest pain, heart racing, or shortness of breath have been bothering you, bring them up front. Call a doctor. It could be a condition like atrial fibrillation. AFib can have other symptoms too, and increases stroke risk about 5 times. This is no time to wait.
A message.
They are evil. Wow, Charmaine.
Back to the Steve Kane Show with Brian.
Yes. Welcome to the program, everyone. My name is Brian Craig. You are listening to the longest-running radio show in the state of Florida, the Steve Kane Radio Show, on the radio since 1977. Of course, celebrating 45 years on the radio this year, the Steve Kane Show. And we are here weekday mornings from 5 till 9 a.m., broadcasting live here in South Florida. Welcome, everyone. If you're new to the program, it'll take you just a few seconds to realize we're slightly partial to Donald Trump here on this program. That's right. And there is a lot to talk about today. A lot to talk about. Holy smokes. And Friday, of course, on the program is Open Phones. Open Phones on Friday, which means anything and everything you have on your mind is fair game on Friday on the program. And one of our listeners, Christine, came up with a great name for our Friday Open Phone show, because I don't want to say Open Phone Friday because that was Rush Limbaugh's thing. And Christine came up with this great idea, Open MAGA Mike Friday. Open MAGA Mike Friday. Now, you don't have to be MAGA to grab the open mic. It is Open Phones on Open MAGA Mike Friday, even for Never Trumpers and liberals. So we got a lot to talk about today. The perp walk of Steve Bannon. We are not, well, it is Open Phone, so if callers bring it up, Steve and I have no intention on spending time talking about the passing of Queen Elizabeth. I mean, it's a terrible thing. Everybody likes the Queen. I'm only going to say this about it. And if you want to call in about it, the Queen, you're certainly welcome to. Charles is a very dangerous person. He's a very dangerous man. And let me tell you, and this is not an exaggeration, the relationship that we're going to have with Charles as king will be, and I'm serious as a heart attack about this. I'm going to play you a piece of audio. The relationship between us, conservative Republicans, and the King of England, King Charles, is going to be the most tense relationship Americans have had with a king since King George. I'm telling you. Snowflakes don't even know who King George was. He was king during the American Revolution, snowflakes. Charles is not just a globalist. He's a militant global warming, climate change activist. And I've got one clip that I'm going to play of Charles, and then I'm going to get into the news of the day. And again, it's Open Phones. But this is just give you an example of what I'm talking about. This is Charles in this clip here. Hold on, here we go. Listen to this.
The COVID-19 pandemic has shown us just how devastating a global cross-border threat can be. Climate change and biodiversity loss are no different. In fact, they pose an even
change, Charles, and it's going to happen, and it's going to happen sooner rather than later. He'll probably be out there with Newsom when Newsom starts running for president, talking about how California is the way to go so far as the climate change green initiative garbage. So be prepared for that. Now, with that being said, we're not going to be talking about unless somebody brings it up on the show today, because it is Open Phones. Steve and I will not be talking about the passing of the Queen. There is too much coverage in the American media about it. I will watch the funeral, because how often are you going to see that? I'll watch the coronation of this globalist, militant climate change lunatic, because you never, well, I guess we'll have another he's an old man, so we may see another one of those. But the news is just spending too much time talking about it. I mean, it's like court drama. I mean, like the royal court drama. It's ridiculous. If I want to see drama in a royal court, I'll watch this new reboot prequel they've done to Game of Thrones, which isn't that bad, by the way. All right, so before I get into the Bannon PERP walk and other things, I'll take a call or two since it's open phones. Let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian. Jeff from Maine.
Hey, Jeff. I'm doing all right.
Hey, I'm glad you're saying that about Queen Elizabeth, because Prince Charles is very dangerous. New World Order globalist, not worth talking about.
Well, no, wait. Hey, listen. He's going to be all over this planet in the coming years, promoting that climate change garbage, and the Democrats are going to use him.
He's more dangerous than Al Gore, and Al Gore, thankfully, most Americans don't listen to him.
Well, let me tell you, and I mean this, Charles, as king, is the greatest threat to America as a king than any king has been since King George, who, of course, was king during the American Revolution. I'm serious about that. I'm not exaggerating. But anyway, what's the reason for your call today?
The perp walk of
Bannon.
Bannon. These guys are so evil, Brian. How can they not see how this is just everything they do unifies us, unites us, makes us stronger and omega. They have taken these people that are standing up for the Constitution, we the people in our country, and doing this over and over and over, and finally something's going to come to a head, because the American people are sick of this.
Well, it's called November, the midterm elections, and then 2 years we got the presidential. This perp walk of Bannon, I mean this, I have not seen a perp walk on television since John Gotti. They used to do perp walks all the time. There'd be high-profile arrests, usually of mobsters, and then they would have like a coat or a file folder over their face, and they'd perp walk them. And they don't do perp walks anymore. But he was perp walked purposefully in front of the cameras yesterday to show that one of the president's men, Steve Bannon, in cuffs again. It was disgusting. It was inappropriate, and it looked like what it was. It was a propaganda moment.
And I wonder if they did what they did to poor Peter Navarro, who's a good man, strip search.
Yes.
Can you imagine these people that have served their country honorably?
He's a veteran of the United States Navy, Steve Bannon, by the way.
Yes, yes. And their whole life has been about helping, serving the country.
Well, yeah, not only, I want you to think about this. Not only was Steve Bannon perp walked by this very corrupt government we have, he was strip searched, which means that they had him bend over and did the rear end thing, just in case he's trying to smuggle drugs into the holding cell. Yeah, they did the whole deal yesterday to him.
But you know what I think this is going to all lead to is the biggest slaughter of November.
Oh yeah.
Cleaning.
And Steve Bannon, let me play this clip. This is Steve Bannon during the perp walk. Okay, he was perp walked by the cameras, and he did what they didn't want him to do, which was talk.
This is what happens in the last days of a dying regime.
Okay, Bannon, he said, this is what happens in the last days of a dying regime.
This is what happens in the last days of a dying regime. They will never shut me up. They'll have to kill.
They will never shut me up. They'll have to kill me.
Kill me first. I have not yet begun to fight.
I have not yet begun to fight. John Paul Stevens, the founder of the Navy, right? And that's it. I mean, my goodness, how disgusting.
We are fighting the second revolution.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Jeff from Maine. All right, take care. Appreciate the call. I heard it the first time. All right, number 1-888-GO-KANE-1 on this open phone day. 1-888-465-2631. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Maria from Texas.
Hey, Maria.
Hey, I don't want to bring us back to King Charles.
Ugh. Okay, well, I think I'm just going to stick with Charles. I don't really like the king.
I know. But all I have to say is, I don't think a lot of people have been I keep an eye on the royal family. And he's already established, a couple years ago, he established a Princess Trust USA. So he's already here, he's already doing, why do we need a Princess Trust in the USA? And then you've got Prince William coming for his, to Boston in November for the Earthshot Prize. It's like...
What is that? Is that some climate change thing?
Correct.
Oh, yeah, see, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Charles is obsessed. The Democrats are going to use him to promote their agenda, and they're going to have success with it because look at the media get all excited over the royals. Hey, listen, Texas, I got to run for our break, but thanks for the call. All right, callers on hold, stand by. It's the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. Open MAGA Mike Friday. Back after this. I got to run for our break, but thanks for the call. All right, callers on hold, stand by. See, didn't I tell you? Florida's longest-running. William's already coming here for some climate change crap. Back after this.
Don't sit on the sidelines. Get in on the action. Call the Steve Kane Show live on air now. 888-GO-KANE-1. This is the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
An honest auto mechanic, you probably don't think they exist, but one does. Eddie at Champagne Automotive Repair in Boca will never do a repair on your vehicle that your vehicle doesn't need. He works on all makes and models, new, old, classic cars, even hybrids.
Yeah, he's king. Who cares? I mean, king of what?
Call 561-245-8101. 561-245-8101. And make sure you tell him.
I hope our UK MAGA in the chat, if there's any in here this morning, are not offended. But Charles is dangerous, man. Dangerous.
Providing luxury design and insulation, each style embodying a distinct character and a vibe that's unique to your personality and style. Stop to our showroom at Florida Luxury Cabinets for your free consultation. Florida Luxury Cabinets, 2621 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton. Call 561-646-8560. That's 561-646-8560.
This is Scott from Cut My Kilowatts. Give me a call today to save up to 50% on your insulation and radiant barrier, and up to 35% on your electric bill. That's 954-939-1500. 954-939-1500.
Have you put off buying new tires because you thought they were too expensive? Find friendly prices at Friendly Tire in Margate on both new and used tires. New tires as low as $70 a tire. That's out the door and on the road, because Friendly Tire doesn't charge you to balance the tire or mount the tire. They have thousands of used tires in stock too, starting at just $30. Call for a quote right over the phone. 954-977-9445. 954-977-9445.
Is the Trump rally this weekend or next in Ohio? Can you let me know?
Watches to sell, and you're looking for a fair price, look no further than Tweary's Rare Coins and Jewelry.
I could Google it, I guess. This has been one of the busiest weeks I've had in a long time, and I've lost track of time.
Tweary's pays you a great price for your valuable items. You can call them at 561-649-COIN. That's 561-649-2646. Or go to their website, TWERY.
Is the Trump rally this weekend or next? Because I thought it was next for some reason. Yeah. Yeah, next. You say, yeah, I think so too, Philip.
Kevin, who is fourth generation,
yeah.
He said that he takes calls from customers day and night. They're at 3971 South Jog Road on the northwest.
Brian, Google is what you're using. Google is YouTube. Thanks, Rome.
Think you might have COVID? Have you come into contact with someone who is sick? Are you traveling for a COVID test? Same-day PCR testing is available at any lab test now of Coral Springs.
Thank you guys on the rally.
University and Ramblewood near the Coral Square Mall. Open Monday through Saturday. No appointment necessary.
On the air since 1977, it's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian. It is the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show, on the radio since 1977. Do any of you out there have neuropathy? Oh, my goodness, neuropathy is terrible. You know, Steve Kane had past tense neuropathy. In fact, his neuropathy was so bad, it was a disability that he was not able to get around at all with. We had an appearance, a personal appearance, a couple months back. Some of you were there. The one where the liberal called the police on us. If Steve had not gone to Lighthouse Medical Center in Pompano for treatment of his neuropathy, he would not have been able to go to that appearance, and certainly would not be able to go on our cruise. But they have an incredible treatment over there. You know, a lot of you have neuropathy and you don't even know it. Do you have numbness, pain, burning, or tingling in your hands or your feet? You suffer from muscle weakness, loss of balance, muscle twitching. Are you not sleeping? Do your hands and feet have that pins and needles sensation? Maybe you have no feeling at all. Those are some of the symptoms. Lighthouse Medical Center, who rid Steve of his neuropathy, doesn't have any of these problems anymore. It's absolutely amazing. Have a very effective treatment for neuropathy. Lighthouse Medical Center is a medical practice that has been in practice in Pompano with the same family for 75 years. So give them a call. It's a no-charge consultation. If you mention you heard about them on the radio, 754-222-6642. 754-222-6642. That's Lighthouse Medical Center. And say goodbye to your neuropathy. 754-222-6642 and online, lighthousemedicalcenter.com. All right, let's go back to our phones on this Open Phone, Open MAGA Mike Friday. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name's Charles. I'm calling from Vermont.
Charles, I don't hear an English accent. This doesn't sound like the king, Charles.
I was in the Dominican Republic the other day when I called you.
Oh, okay.
I just want to clear things up. Whenever we say climate change, that is a Democratic talking point. All our representatives, including your show, should refer to climate change as the weather. The Democrats are using the weather to extort all the money out of America.
Well, here's what they're doing. Okay, they have this thing. They have this fantasy of a carbon tax. They want to tax you on your carbon output. That's one thing they want to do because it's a revenue stream. And Endless wanted that. Obama was pushing that hard and failed.
And it's all about money. Anytime you throw something out there, you got to pay for it. Why am I paying so much money for the weather? The Republicans need to.
Well, if we call it the weather, people listening won't know what we're talking about. So we call it global warming, climate change. Okay.
Was one of them, and I tell them that there's no such thing as climate change. We're only talking about the weather to extort the money out of it.
Yeah, no, and you know what it's about is they have donors and own stock in these phony green companies that they prop up with government money and everything else. Yeah, it's a big scam, and there's no doubt about it. I made a YouTube video that's on my YouTube channel a few weeks ago on Fort Lauderdale Beach, proving that the seas are not rising, and you guys should check that out. But yeah, no, it's a financial scam. You're right.
Democrats are puppet masters. You don't think they know the seas are not rising? You don't.
No, Democrat voters? Oh no. Among the, I'm not talking about the politicians, okay, because they know they get paid. But like voters, like if you went up to liberals on the street, they believe it in their heart and bones, and climate change is like a religion to them. Like AOC, she believes it.
But it's an extortion of the American people, and then when they call us climate deniers, the rebuttal, you fly on a plane, so you're denying too. I mean, just Republicans are really weak on this. They should stand on the debate stage and say,
well, I don't think so. That, you know, this is the deal, okay? I mean, when you think about it, you know, if these people, like I was talking about Charles, when all this settles, he's going to go on a tour of the world promoting this global warming scam. He's going to spend a lot of time in America. The caller before the break, his son, the new Prince of Wales, is coming to America about this. If these people truly believed that climate change was going to make the planet Earth incapable of supporting human life as we know it, they wouldn't. How can you understand? All right, thank you for the call. How can you understand if I can't finish my sentence? If they really believed it was that dangerous and would stop the ability of the Earth to support life as we know it, they would do these meetings by Zoom, not fly around the world on private jets doing it with a massive carbon footprint. So yes, that is right. But you just can't stand on the stage and say, it's the weather, it's the weather. You got to be a little more hardcore than that. All right, let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Richie.
Hey, Richie.
Morning. I want to make it light. Did you see? I'm sure you watched the Trump rally last week.
Of course. I flipped around between Right Side and Newsmax.
This is something for you, and I mean, because you have everything MAGA. Did you see the portion where Liz Willis opened up the gift that was sent to her? It was called MAGApancakes.com.
No, I didn't see that.
For your
what is it called? MAGA what?
Pancakes.com.
Pancakes?
Yeah.
Okay, let me look. Okay, wait. MAGApancakes.com.
It's a cast iron skillet, and it's a gift box. It comes with a MAGA apron. It comes with a MAGA syrup little cup, and it's a cast iron with Donald Trump on the main.
Oh yeah, it looks pretty nice. Yeah, and it's $130.
It's all handmade. They got a video on it.
And it says "Keep America Great" on the underneath, and it's got a MAGA. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
It's something that's very unique.
Now, since you did this plug, what are you getting? Some kind of commission? You're reminding me of Al the John calling in and talking for bagels.
When I saw that, I said maybe that's a good sponsor for you too. If you
maybe, yeah.
I mean, but regardless, here's the thing. I called because I thought of you immediately when I saw it.
Okay, I do love pancakes.
Well, it's a beautiful gift for anybody. But here's the deal on the climate change. Mark, I don't want to repeat it, but Mark Levin said the biggest hedge fund in the world, which has $10 trillion in investments, are actually part of this Green New Deal crap.
Yeah.
Around to all these corporations and states that are invested in pensions, and they are forcing people to go green, and they're making money on it.
Yeah, that's right. And you look at what they're doing. It's all about people like Pelosi own stocks in these companies, and the donors that own behind the company, are behind the company. Yeah, it's a big financial scam. The caller from the Dominican Republic was right about it's a big financial scam. But rank and file Democrat people, not these conmen in Congress that have the scams. Rank and file Democrat people believe it is true. It's crazy.
Religion to them. It really is. How can anybody so pompous think that they can control a hurricane by eliminating cow?
There's not more bad weather. We just have the ability to see it like we didn't before. Like a lot of times they'll show hurricanes out in the Atlantic that never reach land. Well, 100 years ago, nobody would know those hurricanes existed. There's not more bad weather. We just have technology allowing us to see things we couldn't see before in places we couldn't see before immediately. But anyway, Richie, I got to run, so I'll give you the last word.
All right, that's the morning.
All right, go. Well, that's the last word. Have a good morning. All right, we're going to take our bottom of the hour break. Callers on hold, stand by. It is open phones on Friday. Anything and everything you have on your mind is fair game on Open MAGA Mike Friday. My name's Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Radio Show. Back after this. And everything you have on your mind is fair game on Open MAGA Mike Friday. My name's Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Radio Show. Back after this.
Making morning radio great again.
I think you're going to really love it.
It's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
Yeah, did I say John Paul Jones? I was thinking of the Supreme Court Justice, Stevens. Yeah, Jones, John Paul Jones. I said Stevens. It's early. I've had hardly any coffee. I've had just like 2 sips of my coffee, so. No, I would not buy my wife and I, we had a cast iron skillet. We got rid of it. We gave it away to her mother. They're too heavy, cast iron skillets, don't you think? Richie never said he bought one. He's just trying to help me out, I guess.
In the Palm Beaches, the major expressways look great this morning.
But it's a cool looking. It's cool looking. I mean, but $130. Heavy and hard to clean. I've heard people say you're not supposed to really clean the cast iron skillets. Just wipe them off.
Dell's semi-annual sale has arrived. Save big on top tech, including XPS and Alienware computers powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors.
Yeah, right,
on everything. Call 877-ASK-DELL. That's traffic on Chris Barr.
Do you suffer from knee pain? Have you been told that you have bone on bone or need a knee replacement? Have you been told that you have osteoarthritis? Well, then come see us at Lighthouse Medical Center. We have non-surgical solutions that include rehab and injections that can prevent you from having to have surgery or prolong the surgery. We've been in practice for 75 years.
Well, I live in the South, but I'm not Southern.
Any longer. 754-222-6642. That's 754-222-6642.
Eagle Eye Protection Services for all your firearm and security patrol service needs. Receive personal firearms training by instructor.
Yeah, great weapon. You could probably block bullets with them.
Classes offered weekly. Call Mike Barnard today for all your firearm and security patrol service needs. Protect yourself and protect your business. Call 561-723-6191. That's 561-723-6191. Eagle Eye, your local security protection services.
Hey, it's Tracy from the Lake.
That's true, Cycle Master.
Honored to have been voted Best of Palm Beach County 2021.
If you guys don't, you should check my vlogs. I made that vlog on Fort Lauderdale Beach about the sea levels. I thought it was pretty good. And then on my way there, I ran across an abandoned abortion clinic that had just closed down.
Located at the Turnpike and Lake Worth Road. For hours and more info, visit us online at lakeworthgoldmine.com. That's lakeworthgoldmine.com.
Men, do you suffer from ED? If so, you know it can be very frustrating, not just for you, but your partner too. Dr. Mitch Matez at the Biostation West Delray can help. Call for a free consultation, 561-320-8893. Call now and get your erection back on demand. Ladies, you can make an appointment for your man too. 561-320-8893. 561-320-8893.
Ready to get into the Halloween spirit? Join us at the Boca Raton Innovation Campus off Yamato Road.
I'm not a big cornbread fan. Every once in a while.
Halloween art, music, snacks, and more.
I do like fried chicken, though.
As children draw their own Halloween masterpieces that will be displayed throughout the month of October. Prizes will be awarded at this free family event. Register at GoldenBellEducationFoundation.org against the Spooky Scribblers Art Competition, where you can get your boo on.
Is this guy with the pillows on Fox? My pillow guy, Mike Lindell. Where is Mike? He is the greatest. First of all, he does make a great product, great pillows. I actually use them, believe it or not.
I don't eat cornbread at all, really. I'm not a cornbread guy. Welcome to all the members, by the way. Make sure you guys check out all that exclusive member content. I love fried chicken.
Mike Lindell, President Trump, and the Steve Kane Show at the same time. Go to mypillow.com and use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at checkout for huge savings on MyPillow products. Promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at mypillow.com.
What is Mexican cornbread?
Attorney spokesperson. Attention all women who have been diagnosed with ovarian cancer. In February and May 2016, Johnson & Johnson was ordered to pay $72
Never heard of crackling cornbread.
$5 million by two juries to two women who contracted ovarian cancer after years of using talcum baby powder products. If you or a family member has been diagnosed with ovarian cancer and used talcum powder prior to the diagnosis, call Talcum Powder Help now today at 800-837-0065. 800-837-0065. That's 800-837-0065.
Seniors, how would you like to save money on your Medicare Part B premium? Don't pay too much.
Oh, jalapeno. Oh, that sounds good. Mexican cornbread.
Find out how much money you can save.
It's gross.
Also changes to prescription drug plans in 2023. Find out how much money you can save on your prescription plan and Medicare Part B premium. 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080. No matter where you are in Florida, Debbie can help. 954-753-8080.
Now, back to the Steve Kane Show. Celebrating 45 years on the air.
Alrighty, welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. It is the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. That's right. Callers on hold, stand by. The Lincoln Project released an ad that played on Fox News Channel. I will not play the ad on the air. It's that disgusting, attacking President Trump. I'm not going to dignify it and give it the... But what the ad accuses President Trump of doing is embezzling money. They're accusing President Trump of raising money and using it to support his businesses, like Trump Tower. They showed Trump Tower in the ad. And Fox News ran it. They accused him of a hardcore crime of embezzlement. Very serious thing. And it ran on Fox News. Now, there's some confusion in the media as if it ran on local Fox News cable outlets or if it was a national ad bought on Fox News proper. It's unknown, but it ran on Fox News. And Trump came out, rightly so, accusing him of embezzlement. That's a mob crime. He's threatening to sue Fox and apparently the Lincoln Project too. I know, it's disgusting. They're accusing our great president of embezzlement. This guy never got a speeding ticket. That may be the worst he got. I don't even think he got a speeding ticket with his Lambo here in Palm Beach before he was president. But now all of a sudden he's John Gotti, right? Since he came down the elevator. But while I'm not going to play that disgusting commercial, I'm going to play Rick Wilson, who's the head of the Lincoln Project. Rick Wilson gave a response after President Trump's truth post that he was going to sue Fox and Lincoln Project over this embezzlement claim in this commercial they ran. So I've got the audio of Rick Wilson, the leader of the Lincoln Project. I'm going to play it for you now. There were several beeps in this. I added in these beeps because of the language. There's profanities here that we can't play on the radio. And Rick Wilson he sounds crazed in this. He's using profanity. You can feel the hatred he has of President Trump, and he's laughing while he's doing it. He sounds insane. Callers on hold, stand by. I want to play this. This is Rick Wilson.
Folks, wanted to say hi really quickly and to just give Donald Trump a message. Since you threatened to sue the Lincoln Project this morning, go for it. Go for it. Come at me. I can't wait. We're delighted by the thought that you would try to sue us, Donald. Do it. Do it. I double dog dare you. You know, when we put up the billboards in Times Square of Jared and Ivanka during the COVID crisis at the end of the 2020 campaign, we received this letter from Mark Kaslitz, Donald Trump's attorney, and it was this complete, blustering show. Oh, we will certainly sue you. We read it in the Bain voice, right? You're not going to sue anybody, Donald. You're not going to do a thing. You were weak, you were impotent, you were flabby, you were sitting there in the bridal suite at Mar-a-Lago or the bridal suite at Bedminster, grinding your gears, wondering why the Lincoln Project, no matter how many times you tried to kill us, keeps coming at you. You know why? We're here in this fight for the long haul because you are a threat to democracy. You are a threat to America. You are a threat to the Republic. You are a threat to the Constitution. You are a thief of classified documents. You are a traitor to this country. You've tried to overthrow this government and the system of our peaceful transition of power. We're here. You're not. We will keep kicking every single day. So if you want to try to sue us, Donald, go for it. Throw down. Let's go. We can't wait. You won't do it because you are, in fact, as I said previously, completely impotent. Just ask Melania. Anyway, folks, other than that, it's a great day for America. Steve Bannon is looking at the inside of a jail cell once again. Donald Trump is raging in Mar-a-Lago for Bedminster, wherever he is today. And it's a good day to be in the fight. Talk to you soon.
Wow. Okay, that's Rick Wilson. He's the head of the Lincoln Project. Does he sound crazed to you? He sounds insane to me. I've heard of him, and I've seen him speak once or twice in short doses, but I've never heard him go free range there like that, sitting on the back porch of the backyard or wherever that was. I did add the bleeps. I think I tweeted that if you want to hear it on Twitter without the bleeps. And the laughing in the back, you can feel the hate, you can hear the hate, and there's also insanity there. All right, 1-888-GO-CANE-1 is our number, a toll-free call. 1-888-465-2631. 1-888-465-2631. And again, open phones on Friday, open MAGA Mike Friday. Anything and everything you have on your mind is fair game. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian. I'm calling from the Villages.
You're calling from the Villages. Oh, wow, the Villages. Awesome.
And I'm new to listening to your show.
Well, welcome.
Thank you. I absolutely love it. My guy listens to your show every single morning. Thank you for a wonderful show.
All right, well, that's good. So we're on the map in the Villages.
Yes, you are.
All right, I appreciate that.
And I can tell you that the
Here we go.
Villages is a tremendous supporter of President Trump.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate the call.
Thank you.
All right, the Villages. Now, for those that don't know, the Villages is a massive, I don't know what age you have to be to live in the Villages. I would not call it a retirement community because there are people there that are younger than what you would think of as typical retirement age. But it is in the Ocala, Florida area, and it is a very large community of some of the most MAGA people in America, and all the top Republicans, from Sarah Palin to Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis, stop into the Villages to say hello, because that's the heart. That's one of the many hearts of MAGA in not just America but Florida in particular, and they're in large part responsible for Florida being so red today. There was a time when retirees to Florida, it was just a given that they were Democrats. Those days are long gone. All right, 1-888-GO-CANE-1, 888-465-2631, a toll-free call from anywhere on this Open Phone Friday, Open MAGA Mike Friday. Yeah, so the Lincoln Project, Rick Wilson there sounds completely, without question, consumed with insane rage. He's like one of these, he's like a villain in a Batman movie. You know, the villains in a Batman movie are well-financed. I don't know where they get their money from, but they always seem to have a lot of money and henchmen, and they all seem crazed, right? And they all have their gimmick. And it's the same thing with Rick Wilson and the Lincoln Project. An insane mind, obsessed with Donald Trump. I don't really totally understand that. I don't know if anyone can understand that kind of hatred. You know, there's one kind of hatred that you get from, say, like the Pelosi's and the Bushes, where their control on power is at threat, and they're losing power, they're losing control. You know, but that Rick Wilson from the Lincoln Project, that's a whole nother level. It is obsessive with him. I mean, he thinks about Trump on the toilet when someone feels that way, and the laughing at the end and the pettiness. You're impotent, just ask Melania. Are you? Wow. Not very dignified either. Not very classy. And, you know, it's an interesting thing because one of the things these Trump haters often say about our great President Donald Trump is he's too petty with the name calling, and he's too crude, and he doesn't discuss issues and people in a respectful way. He's personal. And then you hear that. That's cruder than what Donald Trump says about these people, even when he's ticked off. Now, Carrie Lake, oh my goodness. Kari Lake, she's running for governor, and there was a big fake news story running about Kari Lake yesterday that I'm going to expose after the break. I was going to do it now, and I looked at the clock, and there's not enough time to play the clip and talk about it, so I have to do it after our break here. But they have a lot of tactics, these Trump haters with their Trump derangement syndrome, and one of their tactics is to divide MAGA. And there was a fake news story all over the place yesterday. We're going to expose that, and I'm going to get into some more of the details about this god-awful, disgusting perp walk of the great Steve Bannon, who's been arrested for crimes that I thought he was pardoned by President Trump for. I mean, my goodness, have they ever double jeopardy, these Democrats? Well, you know, the Constitution, our guarantees, our Bill of Rights means nothing to these people, as you can see by the way they've been carrying on. Okay, callers on hold, stand by. We'll take more calls and get into more on the Bannon perp walk, as well as the other stories of the day when we get back from this break. It's the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. I'm Brian Craig. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE, 1-888-465-2631. Back after this. Florida's longest-running radio show. I'm Brian Craig. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE, 1-888-465-2631. Back after this.
The cold, hard truth. Delivered morning 6 to 9 right here on The Steve Kane Show on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
Brian Craig here. How would you like a free doorbell camera? That's right, a free doorbell camera. I have one and you will love one. The first 40 listeners who call 1-833-283-5050 will get a free doorbell camera that connects with your cell phone with the installation of your Sloman Shield. You can see your home right from the palm of your hands no matter where you are. And that's not all. Sloman's is going to give you a free customized home security system and professional installation when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. So you're getting an LED touchscreen pad, a motion detector, 3 armed doors, and a backup battery. Plus, if you're one of the first 40 listeners to call 1-833-283-5050, you'll receive a free doorbell camera with the installation of your Sloman Shield. So call Sloman's right now for this limited time offer. 1-833-283-5050.
Bert's a liberal, so he thinks he's smarter than everyone, you know.
1-833-283-5050. The Steve Kane 2023 MAGA Cruise is right around the corner. We leave January 28th on the Celebrity Apex out of Fort Lauderdale. First stop, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Then Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. And then St. Kitts. With exclusive events just for our group. Fine dining together every night. Cocktail parties. Shore excursions. On-board activities. And a whole lot more. On the line is Ian from Cruise and Travel Depot. Ian, why should listeners book right now?
I blocked this group space during COVID during the
Rick Wilson, he's the head of the Lincoln Project.
Call Ian right now and lock in your cabin. 561-244-5779. 561-244-5779. Join us as we celebrate our president, Donald Trump. Make your reservation right now. 561-244-5779. No liberal stowaways allowed.
My heart was racing just making spaghetti. I could have waited to tell my doctor, but I didn't wait.
I was short of breath just reading a book. I could have delayed telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
They told their doctors and found out they have atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, this is no time to wait.
I liked Lincoln Logs. Anybody have Lincoln Logs when you were a kid? Do they still make those? Lincoln Logs have a smell to them. I used to love Lincoln Logs.
Not with Dr. Gupta at Brighton Dental Care. The dental work is painless, and the prices are painless too. Call today, 954-922-4633.
Lincoln Logs are awesome.
954-922-4633. That's 954-922-4633. BrightonDentalCare.com.
We take on the social justice warriors for breakfast. Now the Steve Kane Show is...
All right. We are back. I'm Brian. It's the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. You know, it's been a week and a day since I went and saw Dr. Appleton. He's a chiropractic physician. and took advantage of his laser away pain system. This is absolutely amazing. My right knee, I have suffered with pain in my right knee for years, and I'll tell you right where it was, underneath the knee. And it's from my skateboarding. I brought my longboard in here the other day to show everyone on YouTube. And I had a skateboard accident. I was live streaming on Periscope. Any of you used to watch me on Periscope years ago? I was on my longboard going down the street, live streaming on Periscope like a fool, and I was paying more attention to the chat room and lost the coordination with my feet, took a fall, and I was more concerned about saving my iPhone than I was my body, and I have suffered with severe right knee pain since then. It's been a few years, and it's been some bad pain. One day last week, I was in so much pain. Rich Allen, he runs the board over at the radio station control room. I had to get aspirin from him. Put it in a water, this kind you put in the water and you drink it. I was in so much pain during the show, and sometimes the pain's been so bad I've been on the verge of tears, and it's very difficult when you're living with pain. But I thought, hey, I did it. I'm going to have to get used to it, and this is the rest of my life, is this pain. Last Thursday, I went and saw Dr. Appleton for the laser away pain treatment, which is completely painless. There's no injections, no drugs, no surgery, nothing, and just takes a short time. And Friday, had that treatment on Thursday. Then Friday, a lot of the pain was gone right away. I couldn't believe. Then on Saturday, I went for a second treatment. And then I woke up Sunday, the pain in my knee completely gone, and I have no pain now. In fact, when I brought my skateboard to work the other day, to the radio station, before the show, I was skateboarding out in the parking lot because there's like a slant, a hill, and there were no cars out there. And I haven't been on my skateboard in a long, long time, and it was no pain as I was kicking on the board, and no pain. It's absolutely amazing. Listen, call Dr. Appleton. He's open Monday through Saturday. Appointments are not necessary. Walk-ins are welcome. If you call, you can see him today, because Dr. Appleton understands that when you're in pain, you need help now, not next week or 2 weeks. You need help now. You want it today. So here's the number. It's a completely free consultation. If you mention you heard about Dr. Appleton on the radio, 954-973-0710. 954-973-0710. Online, AppletonCairo.com. 954-973-0710. And make sure you tell Dr. Appleton you heard about him on the radio. Okay, so the one of the many tactics these snakes use is to divide MAGA, right? They want to divide MAGA. And they try to do this with DeSantis for a while in Trump. Put DeSantis against Trump, because we all love DeSantis. They were trying to have us do Sophie's Choice, Trump or DeSantis. It's ridiculous. And they stopped doing that because they want to preserve the reputation of Ron DeSantis right now. He's up for re-election. They know he's going to win. They're leaving him alone because they want him to be the person they try to push us to. Now, Carrie Lake, her race is I think she's the far favorite to win, but it's not as sure of a bet as Ron DeSantis against this idiot former governor of ours, Charlie Crist, here in Florida. So there was a story yesterday. Carrie Lake says she doesn't want to be Trump's vice president. Another. Carrie Lake says she won't be Trump's vice president. Carrie Lake says she won't run with Trump. I think these headlines, it's so ridiculous. I mean, come on. Carrie Lake has been a guest on my podcast. My wife was just recently text messaging with Carrie Lake. I know Carrie Lake, and I know she loves Trump, and I've seen her with Trump, and you can see it. She loves Trump. So I'm like, what is this about? So there was an exchange between Carrie Lake and a group of fake news reporters. Let me play the exchange, and this is the exchange where all those fake news stories came out that said, Carrie Lake won't run with Trump. She said it. She doesn't want to be Trump's VP. This audio that I'm going to play with Carrie Lake and these fake news reporters, this is really an amazing thing. You are going to see fake news in its natural habitat creating fake news. It's kind of like, anybody have an ant farm when you were a kid? They're pretty cool. And you watch them make the houses and the tunnels and the little places. You're actually going to see the fake news in their natural habitat. You're going to hear it right now, making fake news. Here it is. Here's Kari Lake in this exchange.
One more question. Is that something you would consider? No, I hate. First of all, I don't like Washington D.C. Especially don't like it now. It's funny though that question is asked because for so long, many of you in the media have been trying to act like I don't have the skill to run for governor. Now apparently I'm so skilled that you think I should be VP. So I take it as a compliment. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking.
Have you talked to Donald Trump about it?
I talk to President Trump all the time, and I have not talked to him about that now. I am applying for the job of Arizona governor, and I'm reaching out to the people every single day. Where is Katie Hobbs right now? She should be standing right here answering your questions. How often does she talk to you? If you're MSNBC, maybe all the time. But if you want to ask her a pressing question, she cowers, and she's a coward. I'm applying for a job, and the people of Arizona are the hiring manager, and they are my boss. And I am going to be here, much to the chagrin of some of you, not just 4 years as your governor. I'm going to be here 8 years as your governor. So have fun and get used to it because we are going places and we're going to have the greatest state in the country. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that was the whole exchange. She is 2 months away from her election for governor. And they were trying to get her to say that she would be honored to run as vice president with Trump so that they could run another fake news headline. Oh, Kari Lake's going to walk away from the governor. She wins. She's going to walk away like Sarah Palin did. Because the presidential election is in 2 years. The campaign will go on a year, which means she'll be governor for a year, and then the second year she'll be campaigning, and then at the end of the second year she'll resign to be vice president. So don't vote for Kari Lake. She's a very smart woman, Kari Lake. She didn't fall for that nonsense. Okay? She didn't fall for that nonsense. And so they took that exchange and said, oh, she said she doesn't want to be Trump's VP. Are you kidding me? You know, I really wonder, and I'm serious about this, has the news media ever really covered news? I mean, this is insane. Of course she's saying that. I mean, she's gee whiz. It really shows you how desperate they are. That Kari Lake and the internal polls, the real polls, the ones they don't show the public, she must be doing incredibly well in Arizona. And for them to try to set her up like that. And it's amazing, you know, Trump derangement syndrome, there's other strains of Trump derangement syndrome. What you saw there is Kari Lake derangement syndrome. They're in a panic right now. It's a strain of Trump derangement syndrome, but it's Kari Lake derangement syndrome. They're in a panic. She's obviously doing very, very well in the polls that they won't show us on television. So they were trying to set Kari Lake up with something that they could use against her, that she's only running for governor so that she can run for Trump as VP and try to use that to help this Hobbs loser. And she didn't fall for it. She is so good. And they hate her so much because of their derangement, they don't even realize how good didn't they see her clean Brett Baer's clock a few weeks back? She beat Brett Baer up so good, so bad, he has not recovered from it. You know, this has not happened to me in many, many years, but I've been on the air once or twice and didn't do my best with someone I was on the air with. It's happened, not for a long time. I can't remember the last time it's happened, but it's happened. And it's embarrassing because there are a lot of people listening. And that's a tough thing to get over. But I've learned. Brett Baer had his clock cleaned, not only on his own show, which makes it really embarrassing. When he is in studio and she's on satellite, he has home field advantage. And he's still got his clock cleaned by Kari Lake, and he can't get over it. And that's why Fox News has done a complete format change. You know, CNN, there's talk because they got rid of Brian Stelter, and they're going to make some other changes that they're making a format change, getting back to real news. Fox News has made, it's been a slow change, but it's come out hardcore. They have made a major format change at Fox News, and it really started so openly after Kari Lake cleaned Brett Baer's clock. And the new format is not news reporting at Fox News. The new format is stop Trump, destroy Trump, soil anyone he's connected with. And it's personal with them now. Just like Rick Wilson from the Lincoln Project that I played earlier. It's personal with these people, and they're never going to let it go. Well, they're really setting themselves up for a lot of disappointment because they are going to be creamed in November. Now listen, we're not going to win every race. And when you're watching the votes come in, if any Trump-endorsed candidate loses to a Democrat, it's going to be huge news, and balloons are going to fall, and they're going to have breaking news sounders, and the anchors covering it will be high-fiving. The chances of him winning every race are, come on, how's that possible? But overall, we're going to win a lot, and we're going to regain the majority. And what has them upset is, even though Trump is not going to be the Speaker of the House, it'll be Kevin McCarthy, who I'm not a big fan of, he will in effect be both the Speaker in the House and the Senate Majority Leader, even though he'll be hanging out at Mar-a-Lago, watching the results come in. Because the people that are coming in with his endorsement, and they know that their futures are dependent upon continuing to be MAGA. And what's going to happen after that, they're going to go around and try to start bribing and blackmailing people to get them to drop Trump and drop MAGA, like they wiped out the Tea Party. The Tea Party doesn't exist anymore. The establishment of the Republicans wiped it out. But the Tea Party didn't have a leader like we have in Donald Trump. It was a loose association of people. It's a much different scenario right now. All right, listen, we're going to take our break for the top of the hour. Those of you who want to hold stand by, oh man, we have only just begun. There is so much more to touch on. Steve Kane, of course, will be back today. He was off yesterday. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE, 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. It is a toll-free call on this Open Phone Friday, Open MAGA Mic Friday. Anything and everything you have on your mind is fair game on Fridays on the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian Craig, back after this. Open Phone Friday, Open MAGA Mic Friday. Anything and everything you have on your mind is fair game on Fridays on the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian Craig, back after this.
The new Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 is here.
Just let me hear some of that rock and roll music.
WWNN Pompano Beach, a VCMG live radio station. Now, here's the True Oldies weather forecast.
Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday, everybody. Daytime highs today in the 90s. 94 expected, so one of the hottest days of the week. And then we'll see widespread downpours and storms late this afternoon and evening. I'm WPBF 25 First Warning Meteorologist Sandra Shaw.
Follow Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 on social media. See what's happening in the community, have a laugh with some funny memes, and keep in touch with other good time Oldies lovers. Facebook and Instagram at Oldies South Florida. True Oldies. Traffic check.
Things are still clear for the Palm Beach commute. I-95 and the Turnpike are both crash free and moving well between Boca Raton and Jupiter. Just look out for a disabled vehicle blocking your right shoulder on 95 heading southbound before Forest Hill Boulevard. Also on the southbound side before Southern Boulevard, a right shoulder is blocked there as well. In Broward County, a multi-vehicle crash in Coral Springs along Sample Road and Turtle Run Boulevard. Another crash on Miramar Parkway just east of Red Road. I-595 heading westbound at Southwest 136th Avenue, a crash is blocking the exit ramp. This report is sponsored by KFC, presented by Kentucky Fried Chicken, $6 two-piece drum and thigh combo. For just $6, you can get 2 pieces of juicy chicken, creamy mashed potatoes, a flaky biscuit, and a medium ice cold drink. Order Kentucky Fried Chicken's new $6 two-piece combo now on the KFC app or at KFC.com. That's finger looking good. That's traffic. I'm Chris Barr.
Here's your True Oldies ABC News Update.
ABC News now, I'm Todd Ent. The Queen's death at age 96 has triggered Operation London Bridge, an intricate plan that maps out the 10 days after her death. ABC's Zoe McGee is in London.
As soon as the Queen died, her son Charles became the King. He announced yesterday that he would be known as King Charles III. He would have been informed by the Queen's private secretary, and while that was all going on, members of the royal family were rushing to be either by her side or as close to her as possible.
McGee has more on today's events.
The day after her death, i.e. today, we know that we will have gun salutes, we will have guns fired from all the royal parks, all the flags will be at half-mast, church bells will be tolling, the king will give an address, he will speak to the nation for the first time in a televised address.
ABC's Zoe McGee. President Biden campaigning ahead of the midterm elections in Maryland Thursday evening, telling Democratic National Committee members he's determined to ban assault weapons. This is ABC News.
Sometimes we push those health worries to the back of our minds, way back. But if chest pain, heart racing, or shortness of breath have been bothering you, bring them up front. Call a doctor. It could be a condition like atrial fibrillation. AFib can have other symptoms too, and increases stroke risk about 5 times. This is no time to wait.
A message from Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer. Learn more at notimetowait.com.
Opinions are like apples. Everyone's got one. Get yours in The Steve Kane Show.
Alrighty, yes. That's my favorite rejoin right there. They're all good, but I like that one because it's so true, isn't it? Oh man, that's a good one. All right, welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian. It is Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Kane Show. Okay, so the first perp walk I've seen since like, I don't know, 1990 something occurred yesterday with the great Steve Bannon. I mean, this is just outrageous what's going on here. So, you know, perp, yes, he was strip searched. Yes, they checked his anal cavity for drugs. That's what they do. When they arrest you and they book you, they do all that stuff. It's part of the humiliation. And he was perp walked, Steve Bannon, by the press because they wanted the image. Remember I was telling you guys yesterday, all the president's men have been arrested. That's what they want to do. The ultimate prize is the Trump mugshot. That's the one they're really, that's the big kahuna. That's the Moby Dick. That's the one they really want. But Steve Bannon, let me play. This is Steve Bannon as he's being perp walked in front of the media yesterday.
This is what happens the last days of the dying regime. They will never shut me down. No, they kill me first. I have not yet begun to fight.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty rough. Here in the Daily Mail. This is, you know, the Daily Mail, of course, is out of the UK, so it's all about Queen Elizabeth and Charles. And they even though the whole issue is about the death of the Queen and Charles, the Steve Bannon perp walk, they couldn't resist, so they fit that story in, even though the whole thing is about all that, all the royal stuff. Steve Bannon was escorted to a New York courtroom in handcuffs after handing himself over to state authorities as he faces fraud charges over his We Build the Wall not-for-profit scheme. Well, first of all, you know, talk about fake news. This is a news story, and they're referring to the We Build the Wall not-for-profit as a scheme. It sounds like they've come to a conclusion there. Now, Steve Bannon, they were raising money in this not-for-profit to build a wall to protect America with. Steve Bannon is a celebrity. He is, isn't he? And sometimes celebrities are hired by charities to be spokespeople so a charity can raise money. Celebrities do it all the time. Movie stars, singers, they all have charities. They're not being charitable with their name and image. They're getting paid oftentimes by the charities to promote the charities so that they can raise more money, right? And that's what Steve Bannon was doing. He was paid. Now this is according to Steve Bannon, and I see no reason to not believe Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon's never lied to me. Has Steve Bannon ever lied to you? No. I love Steve Bannon. He's awesome, man. I love Steve Bannon. But he was paid a fee like a celebrity. You know, sometimes there are ways, some celebrities like get commissions on how much money they raise and things like this because of their celebrity. They get paid based on how much they raise. This is no different than that. This may not be for, you know, the Special Olympics or the Humane Society, and I know a lot of leftists think the We Build the Wall Foundation should not be a non-for-profit, but it is, or was. Now, the guy behind it may have misused the funds. I don't know. But I know what Steve Bannon did was a celebrity endorsement support fundraising drive that celebrities since the beginning of charities and nonprofits in this country and celebrity life have been doing. The shackled Bannon grumbled as he was dragged in the courtroom. "They will never shut me up. They'll have to kill me first," Bannon says. He's charged with 2 counts of money laundering, 3 counts of conspiracy, 1 count of scheming to defraud. This is according to the New York Attorney General, Letitia James. Now remember, Letitia James ran on the promise of prosecuting Trump, remember? Bannon was arraigned, and then it goes on and on. Give me a break. Give me a break. He's done. Steve Bannon, I don't think he's guilty of anything. I told you what I think. I don't think he's guilty, but I believe he will be convicted. He's not going to plead, I don't think. It's going to go to trial, and he's going to be convicted. It doesn't matter that he's not guilty. It doesn't matter that he did no crime. What matters is they're going to have a liberal jury in liberal New York. Okay? And liberals on a jury in New York are going to convict Steve Bannon because they hate Trump. They need to have a change of venue, like to Florida, right? I mean, come on. Come on. It's never going to... There's been harassment and misuse of things before, like Nixon and Watergate was the Justice Department misusing their authority and their powers to get Nixon out of office. They got his vice president out too. See, I didn't realize that. I knew about Spiro Agnew and that there were some financial dealings and they got rid of him that way. But Rachel Maddow unknowingly let the cat out of the bag on that. They got him right before they got Nixon. It was they misused the Justice Department. They got rid of the Republican president and vice president. Got them both to resign. And put in their place a Republican establishment hack, Gerald Ford. Okay? So that's what they did. And they're trying to do that again. And if they can get this narrative, if they can get this image that all the president's men are guilty, then boom. And I understand, it's unfortunate that a president can only pardon federal charges, not state charges, but they're basically charging him for what he was pardoned for at the federal level. I know double jeopardy does not apply, but come on. Come on. They've gone way over the line here. But I expect Steve Bannon to be convicted, unless he pleads out. And I don't know, does he seem like a pleading out kind of guy? I don't think so. He's going to go to trial, he's going to be convicted. And I'll tell you what their plan is for Donald Trump. Donald Trump, they may already have the indictment. They're fighting this special master. Shocker. Shocker. Why? Why are they fighting the special master? What are they afraid? I thought what they did was legit. This is what their plan is with Donald Trump. It's a very sophisticated plan, but these are Trump derangement syndrome sufferers, and they don't see reality. If there's not already an indictment that we've not seen, they're going to get one, okay? They're going to get one. When they get the indictment, they may not tell us about it. They're going to go to Donald Trump, and I'm going to ask you a question about this, and I want to hear your calls on this question I'm going to ask you in a moment, okay? So listen to what I'm going to ask you carefully. They're going to. This is what their plan is. Get an indictment against Trump. Then they're going to go to Donald Trump and say, listen, we're not going to pursue this indictment. We are not going to prosecute you on this indictment if you agree to drop out of politics and never run again. So I want to ask you 2 questions as we go into a break on this. They're going to go to Trump. This is the premise. They're going to go to Trump. This is what I believe their plan is now, as we're seeing what's coming down. They're going to go to Donald Trump with an indictment, just like they did the dossier, okay, and say, we're not going to prosecute you on this indictment if you agree to drop out of politics and never run again. First question is, what do you think Trump will do with that? Will he agree to not run again to avoid prosecution, or will he say, no, get the hell out of here? Because if he does, they're gonna prosecute him, very likely would go to trial. Do you think in a Virginia court they would get a conviction of Donald Trump in a courtroom, in a federal jury? Do you think so? But here's the other question. One, do you think they're going to do that with Donald Trump? Will he say, prosecute me? And if they do you think Donald Trump will go to jail before he makes a deal with them on this indictment that's coming from this Mar-a-Lago break-in? I want to hear your thoughts on that. At 1-888-GO-CANE-1. 888-465-2631. These people will stop at nothing. You've seen what they're doing. Callers on hold, stand by. We only have 50 seconds till the break, so I don't have time to even start a conversation. It wouldn't be fair to you. So if you're on hold, stand by. We're going to take our first break of the hour, come back with your calls. It is open phones, but I want to hear some response on the questions I just asked you. How much can this man go through for us in this country? I think he will. I think he would risk going to jail and go to court if he had to before he caved to these monsters. But I want to hear what you think. 1-888-465-2631. It's the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest running radio show. On the radio since 1977, we are here with you weekdays from 5 until 9 a.m. Indeed we are. That's right. Broadcasting live from sunny South Florida. I can't see how sunny it is because the window is fogged up right now, but I'm assuming it'll be sunny at some point. We'll be back after this. Broadcasting live from sunny South Florida. I can't see how sunny it is because the window is fogged up right now, but I'm assuming it'll be sunny at some point. We'll be back after this.
Wake up and smell the truth. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Morning 6 to 9 on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
Seniors, how would you like to save money on your Medicare Part B premium? Don't pay too much. Call Debbie at I Will Advisors and find out how much money you can save. There are also changes to prescription drug plans in 2023. Find out how much money you can save on your prescription plan and Medicare Part B premium. 954
Steve Kane Show.
8080.
Oh. Steve Kane Show, hold on.
No matter where you are in Florida, Debbie can help. 954-753-8080.
Next level. Join the sales team of one of the fastest growing radio stations in Palm Beach County. We're looking for a self-motivated closer to join the ranks and be a part of not only the most fun radio group in South Florida, but the one that pays the highest commission. Email your resume to jobs@vcmglive.com. You can be a part of a great industry that's fun and has a six-figure income potential. So if you're a sales professional who has worked in the advertising sales industry or a recent college graduate looking to start your career, email your resume to jobs@vcmglive.com.
Steve Kane Show.
Great job with the highest radio sales commissions in Palm Beach County.
Hold on. Steve Kane Show. Hold on.
Thinking of buying a new mattress? Don't. Go right now to mypillow.com and order your 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper for 50% off. But you've got to use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at checkout at mypillow.com. This is the lowest price ever. It comes in all mattress sizes, from twin all the way up to California King, and every size in between. Go to mypillow.com and use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at checkout.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Hello, this is Mike at Friendly Tire. I've been in business 30 years at the same location and offering great deals on new and used tires. I have many suppliers. Whatever car or truck you have, I can get you incredible deals on any tire. I also do tire repairs at very low prices. Give me a call. My number is 954-977-9445. I will give you a price over the phone on new and used tires. Again, my number is 954-977-9445. Thank you.
Ready to get fired up? Just 60 seconds and you'll be racing for the phone. 888-GO-KANE-1. This is the Steve Kane Show
Indeed it is. I'm Brian, 17 minutes after the hour. It is the Steve Kane Radio Show. All right, let's go to the phones. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Cynthia Lucas, and I have the Martin 912 Tea Party Committee here in Martin County for 14 years with my partners.
Awesome.
And let me explain. What I'd like to say is, this is Stewart, Florida, County up from Palm Beach. We vetted every candidate in the local election, in the state and the federal election during the primary. Every single one except for 2 in the city got elected. So you know, in 2016, Steve Bannon brought Donald Trump to our Tea Party convention in South Carolina that was run by Joe Dugan, who passed away. And also, when the Palm Beach County Tea Party started all the way back then, Donald Trump used to pay for the venues. Following us, and we've been following him, and we're still out there. And Tea Party Patriots is still out there working on election integrity. Everybody is working.
Well, you know, the Tea Party, yeah, I'm familiar with you guys in Martin County, MAGA Martin County, as I call it. But, you know, the thing about the Tea Party was a great thing. But we don't have like a Tea Party group in Congress anymore like we used to, you know, and it faded away a little bit around the country. And, you know, what had happened was, we had a Tea Party wave in Congress in 2010. That's when Alan West got elected. And let me tell you, let me tell you what these... Well, let me tell you what they did. I know exactly. I know Alan West, but let me tell people what happened here, okay? When Alan West, there's a big story behind this, and I've not talked about this really in a long time, but when Alan West was elected in 2010, there was a Tea Party revolution in Congress, mainly in the House of Representatives. We took back control of the House with that, by the way, and that's when Pelosi became minority leader again. Immediately, the Republican establishment sent from Washington to these new Tea Party elected people with chiefs of staff to run their offices, as opposed to people they picked from their campaigns to control them. And Alan West, in particular, had picked Joyce Kaufman, who Steve and I know. She's a radio talk show host, and as his chief of staff. And then a controversy came out in the news that Joyce Kaufman had given a speech on a stage, and they had a recording of her about this. Listen, let me tell you how devious these Republicans are. They and she said something that you shouldn't say, okay? She said something, I'm not even going to repeat it on the radio, but she... Oh, well, you should come on this program where people will actually hear you. But Joyce made some, and I've known Joyce for about 30 years, okay? Joyce made a comment that could be taken as inciting violence. The clip of her saying this made it to the local news, then it made it to the regular news, and I saw what was happening to Joyce. They were trying not to just get her removed from working for Alan West, they were trying to get her canceled from life. I mean, she was facing some scary things, and I'm not going to get into it, but it was a big thing that she was inciting violence. What she said was this. I'll tell you what she said, because I can say it. She said, if we lose this election, I'm going to get together with some guys from Kentucky who know there are some things worth dying for, she said. I got a call. I don't know how they got my number. I got a call from Rachel Maddow's executive producer. Can you believe this? And asked me if I knew Joyce Kaufman, and I said yes. And they said, have you seen the video? I said yes. And I was trying to help Joyce. And I said, you know, if you watch the rest of the video, she was introducing Alan West. And Alan West came up right after her and said, and he had just won the election. I said, Alan West came on stage right after her and said pretty much the same thing. Now, what I did was not throwing Alan West under the bus. I knew he was elected. He was the congressman. I was trying to save Joyce. And they ran with the story, but they didn't air the part with Alan West because they wanted Joyce out of the way. And what happened? They brought in a Republican establishment chief of staff because he refused to hire them. They took control of his campaign. He had an uneventful term, and then the Republicans got him out of office. They did this to all the Tea Party people nationwide, and it's gone. And now they're working against MAGA.
Don't care what you're doing.
That's right.
Do what we want to do.
That's right.
Insignificant. So we got the Liberty Caucus. Say to you, I'm not particularly fond of that caucus anymore because they have turned against Trump.
Oh, they call themselves the Liberty Caucus now? I thought it was the Freedom Caucus.
Well,
the Freedom Caucus. Yeah.
People in the freedom. So here's what...
Snakes.
So basically, Alan, who was a great guy, who sat in my dining room, we vetted him privately. He knows everything that's going on, local on up. And he...
Oh, that's, I know about the election. But what happened, by the way, thanks for the call, by the way. What happened with Alan West and the Tea Party is what they're trying to do to MAGA, okay? They're trying to do it to MAGA right now. Because they had a success with the Tea Party. But the reason they had a success with Alan West and all the other people from the Tea Party doesn't even exist anymore, is because there wasn't an organization and there wasn't a leader. Now we've got not just a charismatic leader in Donald Trump, right? We got a whole bunch of leaders, Kerry Lake, Ron DeSantis, and the rest. So it's a whole other thing that they can't get rid of. All right, good morning, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Yeah, there you go. There's the liberal response, people. The liberal response. Or was that someone from the Lincoln Project? I don't know. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Conservative Doug. I see the famous Alan is letting people out, huh? Oh,
yeah, that Trump derangement syndrome's pretty deep.
Crazy people, man. Anyway, first I'd like to say, number one, the big mouth from the Lincoln Project, he should be sued because I'm sick of people saying things with no backup to say anything. You can say, he killed his dog, he ate his...
Well, no, they got a new ad that Fox ran accusing Trump of embezzling monies that he raised to support his businesses that they claim are failing.
Ridiculous. I'm going to... You should sue them. I mean, don't they know Donald Trump has no problem suing people? But anyway, the next thing is, if they're going to be evil enough to bring charges, which I don't think they will, but if they do, Trump is just going to fight it and go up to the next court will wind up in the Supreme Court and be cleared if he had to. But I don't think they're going to go that way. That's just too problematic.
They're desperate. Don't you understand? Listen, we've got after the midterms, we're not going to win every race, but we're going to win a lot of them. And then in 2 more years, Trump will be on the ballot. We're going to win more of them, and him. And the establishment is trying to stop the MAGA movement in its tracks, and they'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah, I don't know why, but that's what they're trying to do.
And you know why? Because of they're losing power.
That's without a doubt. Unfortunately, but meanwhile, what about when we went to the Civil War? We were all together. Don't they know?
We weren't all together in the Revolution. There were loyalists. You ever hear the loyalists? You know that we weren't. Things were always divided. We were never. There's never been a time where we have not been divided. The country has always been divided. Just right now, what the Democrats want to do is those who don't agree with them, they want to label us extremists and lock us up.
Lock us up to extremists, but don't they see? But doesn't everybody see that when MAGA is in charge, everything is better? And when Democrats are in charge, it's terrible.
Well, it's a matter of perspective. It's not better if you're one of these sellouts in Washington who are owned by China or donors, and Donald Trump doesn't let you do your dirty dealings and sneak it into legislation as earmarks. Hey, Doug, thanks for the call, all right? Callers on hold, stand by. Steve will be joining us after the break. It is the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. On the radio since 1977. Callers on hold, stand by. It is open phones on Friday at 1-888-GO-KANE-1. We call it Open MAGA Mike Friday, 1-888-465-2631. We'll be back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Kane 1. We call it Open MAGA Mike Friday, 1-888-465-2631. We'll be back right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Bringing the heat to your radio every...
today in the 90s, 94 expected. So one of the hottest days of the week, and then we'll see widespread downpours and storms.
Lost my Wi-Fi on my iPad. Got to reboot.
Follow Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 on social media. See what's happening in the community. Have a laugh with some funny memes. And keep in touch with other good time Oldies lovers. Facebook and Instagram at Oldies South Florida. True Oldies. Traffic check.
Steve Kane Show. Hold on.
To the beach in Boca and in Coral Springs. We still have a crash along Sample Road at Turtle Run Boulevard. This report is sponsored by Wendy's.
I'm rebooting my iPad. Hopefully I'll get some...
Wendy's new host.
Yes. Okay.
Coins.
What is going on? There we go. Finally.
state. That's 561-646-8560.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too. If you feel symptoms, even if they're mild, you should test fast. Test positive and at high risk for severe COVID-19, then act fast with authorized oral treatments that can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms begin. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Learn about a treatment option at treatcv19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Think you might have COVID? Have you come into contact with someone who is sick? Are you traveling and need a COVID test? Same-day PCR testing is available at any lab test now of Coral Springs, on the southeast corner of University and Ramblewood, near the Coral Square Mall. Open Monday through Saturday. No appointment necessary.
Live, local, and in your face. The Steve Kane Show.
Alrighty, we are back. Callers on hold, stand by. It's open phones on Friday at 1-888-GO-KANE-1. Open Mega Mike Friday, we call it. 1-888-465-2631. I'm Brian. Steve Kane joining us. Hey, Steve.
Good morning.
Oh.
Glorious day.
Well.
And can't wait for this celebration of the Queen's Day, which I guess is the best way to put it. I can't wait till that runs its course.
Oh.
Watch this whole weekend?
No, you don't have to watch it.
Yeah, well, okay, I guess that says...
You know, I mean, okay, everybody likes the Queen, but give me a break. I mean, enough. What is it? Why?
So much else going on. It would...
I don't understand why there's so much, endless coverage. They're talking about palace intrigue even, but I do want to play one clip, though, about this, and that's it, okay? And then we'll get into the American news. And it's very important, as all this sucking up is going on of Charles. Charles is a very dangerous man. He's a militant climate change person. He's obsessed with it. Yeah.
Are not yet changed.
King Charles III. Yeah, he is a militant climate change activist. In fact, his son, who will be the new Prince of Wales, is coming to America soon, I believe Boston, to promote their climate change crap. But I picked up this clip. I know with this fancy accent, it sounds like John Kerry, but this is Charles, the new king, talking about climate change. Listen.
The COVID-19 pandemic has shown us just how devastating a global cross-border threat can be. Climate change and biodiversity loss are no different. In fact, they pose an even greater existential threat, to the extent that we have to put ourselves on what might be called a warlike footing.
Okay, so he wants to be put on a warlike footing globally against climate change. So what this guy's going to do, who's been waiting his whole life for his mother to die, the Democrat, he's going to be flown around by all the liberals, all the Democrats in this country, promoting this climate change crap. I'm sure he'll be out in California praising the good work that Newsom has done on climate change. Here's how you fight climate change. You turn off all the electricity. Then you got no output, right? But they're going to use him to push this climate change crap. This guy is going to have more tension with America than any king since King George, the king during the American Revolution. I mean, he's a dangerous bad news guy. So all this sucking up about him going on.
Ability to accomplish his propaganda ends that John Kerry does, I wouldn't worry about him too much.
Yeah, well, we're going to be hearing him forever. Anyway, enough about the Queen and all of this. Ugh, it's enough. It's enough. Have you talked to your daughter in England, by the way?
Yes, I did. I called yesterday to express my condolences.
Oh, my goodness. Steve's daughter lives in England. So she has an English accent. Sounds like one of the Spice Girls, you know. But there's...
I have 3 grandchildren that live in England, too.
Oh, do they have English accents or American?
British.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry. But meanwhile, here in America... There's callers on hold, stand by. We'll go to the phones in just a moment. Steve Bannon was not only arrested yesterday by Letitia James in New York for charges that he was pardoned for by President Trump at the federal level. He's done no wrong. He's a political prisoner, and they perp walked him. I'm trying to. When is the last time you saw a perp walk? I haven't seen one, Steve, since like John Gotti is like the last time. Perp walks are, I haven't seen a perp walk like in 20 or 30 years. And they took Bannon down a hallway and perp walked him coincidentally right in front of the media so they could get the visual. Now, Steve Bannon doesn't mind, but...
The big question, questions. How is this going to end in the district courts, and how will it end ultimately?
Bannon's going to get convicted in New York. They're going to get a liberal jury, and they're going to convict him. He's going to go to prison.
The case is going to end up, right?
You think the Supreme Court? The Bannon case? I don't know.
I would suggest, I mean, that's my gut reaction.
You know, this thing, you know, no, I don't know.
You do believe that Don has a plan?
Well, no. There's two cases. There's the Donald Trump break-in case, and then there's the Steve Bannon case. They're different cases.
The break-in case is relevant to how much of the evidence will be let in the lower courts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's going to be a factor. But the big factor is going to be the Supreme Court. That's where it all comes.
I don't think the Bannon thing's going to go to the Supreme Court. Why would it? I don't know. A criminal case like that typically go through the Supreme Court? It's not a constitutional case.
But I would imagine that is Don's ace in the hole would be my guess.
No.
Who controls the Supreme Court?
Well, no. Donald Trump's case will go to the Supreme Court if they prosecute it, no doubt. But Steve Bannon's case has nothing to do with that thing with Donald Trump. It's totally different. It's with that Build the Wall Foundation. Am I wrong in that? Don't charities often hire celebrity spokespeople and pay them? That's what Steve Bannon did. You know, that's what Steve Bannon did. He didn't do he wasn't misappropriating. Now, the guy that started the charity, I don't know what he did, but he brought in Steve Bannon as a celebrity endorsement to raise more money, and celebrities do this all the time.
I've learned long ago not to second guess Donald Trump.
But this isn't Donald Trump, this Bannon case, is what I'm telling you. It's a different one.
Again, I think this thing has been meticulously thought through.
All right. Well, let me give out the number and we'll take some calls. All right. Our number is toll free 1-888-GO-CANE-1. 888-465-2631. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Brian. This is Rustin. How's it going, Steve?
Good.
All right. Well, I just kind of wanted to get my venting out on what's going on with Bannon. I can't believe it. I mean, I'll be really disheartened if they do end up prosecuting him some kind of crazy way.
He was arrested yesterday, Vince. He was arrested.
Yeah, but I mean, prosecuted is a whole different ballgame.
It's Latita James.
I know, and that's exactly the reason why my call is coming in, because that person right there should have never been put into office. I don't understand how they have these corrupt people just politically motivated through the people that are behind them quietly, like her cousin LeBron James and Jay-Z and the other people in New York that have allowed her to get this position that she should have never been. She's not qualified for, and it's all a witch hunt that they're allowing this woman to go completely rogue. There's nobody checking and balancing anything. So
you know what she is a textbook example of a corrupt public official. I mean, it's insane what you're seeing with it.
Well, I mean, you can play that clip again of Prince Charles or whatever Charles, and it's nothing compared to what these people talk about for the public. You know, it's almost more afraid. I'm more afraid to hear what they got to say than what these idiots across the pond got to say.
Oh yeah, I know. This endless coverage. Is it true that the Queen of England is now Boy George, or is it Elton John? Does anyone know who's the?
They all look the same.
Yeah, right.
They all look the same.
All right, Vince. Looking out for us on the streets of Wellington, the mean streets of Wellington.
Oh, yeah.
All right, take care. Take care. I got to tell you, Steve, this show is so hot in Wellington. We have so many listeners in Wellington. I don't know what it is about us in Wellington, but Wellington loves us.
More in Wellington.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh, it's me?
Sounds like you.
Okay, I got you now. I never know. It's Big Chuck in Knoxville. How you doing?
Chuck where?
Knoxville.
Knoxville, Tennessee. What's up, Chuck?
Okay, well, you're talking about Bannon. I don't want to have to set you straight, but sometimes you sort of misrepresent stuff to your audience. The Bannon, was charged under the Trump DOJ. You know that, right? For the same thing?
Yeah.
Pardoned?
Correct.
Pardoned for a crime. And when you receive a pardon, it means you're admitting that I'm being pardoned for a crime. You understand that, right?
No. Not necessarily.
In charge of the...
I can tell this guy's a liberal when he thinks he knows more than anybody else about anything. Listen, he was pardoned, okay? It doesn't mean that he was guilty. Just because someone's convicted or acquitted doesn't mean they're guilty or not. Look at OJ. Legally.
Not guilty.
Oh, so he didn't kill two people, OJ. Oh, so OJ didn't do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So if a guilty man can be acquitted, a not guilty man can be convicted, right?
Good question. You have an answer for him? I hear dead air in my head.
I think yes. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right, we agree with that.
I think yes. It's true. We all agree. I'm saying that Bannon was charged with something that happened, and also it's important that you were misrepresenting the fact that he founded that charity. He made the charity.
See, you confuse being disagreeing with you as misrepresenting. You confuse if someone's mistaken as misrepresenting. As a liberal, I know you think you have all the truth. No, I'm not mistaken on anything. He has not, Steve Bannon has never told a lie to me. I've been following him for years, and he said he didn't commit any of these crimes that the dishonorable Letitia James has accused him of. Who am I going to take the word of? Letitia James or Steve Bannon? Letitia James, who ran promising to prosecute Donald Trump.
Or Bill Barr, who charged him.
No, who is... Oh, he's corrupt too. Barr's corrupt. But who is more... Now, here's my question to you, and then I got a break, because we're up against a break. But who is the most honorable, trustworthy person? Letitia James or Steve Bannon?
Letitia James.
Who said, vote for me, I'm gonna put Trump in jail? Okay, there you go. I thought he was going to try to have some credibility. All right, listen, we're going to take our break. It's the Steve Kane Show. Back after this. Vote for me, I'm gonna put Trump in jail? Okay, there you go. I thought he was going to try to have some credibility. All right, listen, we're going to take our break. It's the Steve Kane Show. Back after this.
They're the most polarizing talk show hosts in all of South Florida. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Morning 6 to 9 on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
All right, we're back, and it's time to check in with Attorney Barry Siegel from the Siegel Law Group. Attorney Barry Siegel, good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
We're great. What do you have for us today?
Well, one of the themes that is recurring when it comes to talking about estate planning is that people have a tendency to put it off and not get around to it, not update it. And it's that P word, procrastination. And I do get it. It's not something that tends to be at the top of people's lists for many reasons. I mean, the reasons we speculate are, some people just don't want to deal with end of life or disability issues, or some people get superstitious about it. Just people are busy. But it's an important thing to do. If your family is important to you, it's not leaving a mess behind, leaving your legacy properly, making sure you avoid probate and guardianship, and making sure the right people receive your assets, and making sure you have the right people in place to handle things such as your successor trustees and your personal representatives, powers of attorney, and healthcare decisions, then it's really something that you should do and put it at the top of your list and make sure that it gets done. And of course, when we finish in just a moment, Brian's going to give our phone number. What I would urge or challenge anybody who's been thinking about doing this, write down or take down the number and give a call today. Schedule a date to come in and take advantage of our free consultation. And that way you can get the process started and make sure that you take care of yourself and the people you love.
That's right. And remember, it's always a free consultation with the Siegel Law Group when you mention you heard Attorney Barry Siegel on the radio. And no matter where you are in the state of Florida, Barry Siegel and the Siegel Law Group can help. You can find them online at SiegelLawGroup.com or call toll-free 855-FLA-3782. 855-FLA-3782. All right, Attorney Barry Siegel from the Siegel Law Group. Have a great weekend. We'll talk next week. All right, back after this.
Smarter than
All right, we are back. I'm Brian. Steve Kane is here. Oh man, I do like talking to liberals, Steve. I do. They're a little confused, but it's fun. All right, 1-888-GO-KANE-1 is our number. 888-465-2631. I want to take a moment though to tell people about our new sponsor here, Dr. Philip Appleton, and his laser away pain system. Now, Dr. Appleton's a chiropractic physician, and he's also a miracle worker, Steve. You know, for several years, I have dealt with intense pain in my right knee, so bad that I was brought to the verge of tears many times, and it's really been almost like a disability, Steve. And I just thought, well, you know, I'm going to have to live with it. This is the rest of my life, is living with this knee pain. Last Thursday, I went to see Dr. Appleton and had a laser away pain treatment. The next day, a whole bunch of the pain was gone. There was like immediate relief. I went in Saturday last week, a week ago tomorrow, and had a second treatment. The next day, Sunday, my knee pain was completely gone, and here we are, 6 days later, it's not returned. Completely gone. It's absolutely amazing. And with laser away pain, there are no drugs, no injections, no surgery, no downtime. It just takes a few minutes to have the treatment done. And by the way, he doesn't just treat knee pain, any joint, hip, neck pain, tennis elbow, if you have pain in your hands and your fingers from being on the computer all the time, arthritis. If you have pain, he can help you. Give him a call. No appointment is necessary. He is open Monday through Saturday. Walk-ins are welcome because Dr. Appleton knows that when you're in pain, you need help right now. Not next week, not in 2 weeks. You need help today. So you can see him today if you want, or if you can't make it in today, tomorrow on Saturday. Here's his number. Now, make sure you mention you heard about Dr. Appleton on the radio because it's a free consultation for you. All right? 954-973-0710. 954-973-0710. Online, AppletonChiro.com. 954-973-0710. All right, we are back. This is, I was talking earlier, Steve, that right before you joined us, so I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. They're going to go to Donald Trump and try to take an indictment. They're going to get an indictment. If they don't have, they're going to get one. They got these, grand juries, They're going to go to him with an indictment and try to make a deal to get him not to run, which we know he's not going to do, right? How far will they push this with him? How far?
Well, your scenario, I think, is accurate. That's what they're going to try to do, but they're not going to be able to.
So when he says no. So when he tells them to get the hell out of here, like he told Comey with that fake Russian dossier, what are they going to do? Are they going to? Will they take him to court?
Well, that's where the rubber meets the road. I mean, that's where you find out. I mean, this entire case, if you want to call it a case, collectively, all these things, is really going to test the system. It's really going to what it is really is a test of the American people. We're going to find out what we're made of. And I'd like to say I'm 100% sure that we as Americans are going to pass this test. I'd like to say that. I can say 100% that I hope we pass the test, because if we don't, we've got some dark days ahead.
Yeah. Now, yesterday, President Trump threatened to sue both Fox News Channel and the Lincoln Project. The Lincoln Project have a new ad out accusing Donald Trump. Oh. No, he's threatening. He's threatening to file a lawsuit against both Fox News Channel and the Lincoln Project. The Lincoln Project put out a new ad that Fox News aired accusing Donald Trump of embezzling fundraising money to use on his private businesses that they claim were failing. And they talk about Trump Tower and the resorts and such. And he just put it out on True Social, about suing them. And Rick Wilson, who's the head of the Lincoln Project, made a video from his backyard. I want to play this for you. This guy sounds deranged. It's like listening to the Joker or the Riddler in a Batman movie. I mean, he's totally, an insane person. I added the bleeps because he's using some salty language we can't use on the radio. But we're always hearing about the Lincoln Project. When you hear Rick Wilson, the front man for the Lincoln, it sounds like a band, doesn't it? The Lincoln Project. When you hear Rick Wilson, the lead man from the Lincoln Project, talk about Trump, this is after Trump threatened to sue them. Let me know if you think he sounds like an insane, deranged individual. I mean, this is like the final stages of Trump derangement. Here it is. Listen to this.
Folks, wanted to say hi really quickly and to just give Donald Trump a message. Since you threatened to sue the Lincoln Project this morning,
Steve Kane Show.
Go for it. Go for it.
Hold on.
Come at me. I can't wait. We're delighted by the thought that you would try to sue us, Donald. Do it. Do it. I double dog dare you. When we put up the billboards in Times Square of Jared and Ivanka during the COVID crisis at the end of the 2020 campaign, we received this letter from Mark Kaslowitz, Donald Trump's attorney, and it was this complete, blustering show. Oh, we will certainly sue you. We read it in the Bain voice, right? You're not going to sue anybody, Donald. You're not going to do a thing. You were weak, you were impotent, you were flabby, you were sitting there in the bridal suite at Mar-a-Lago or in the bridal suite at Bedminster, grinding your gears, wondering why the Lincoln Project, no matter how many times you tried to kill us, keeps coming at you. You know why? We're here in this fight for the long haul because you are a threat to democracy. You are a threat to America. You are a threat to the Republic. You are a threat to the Constitution. You are a thief of classified documents. You are a traitor to this country. You've tried to overthrow this government and the system of our peaceful transition of power. We're here. You're not. We will keep kicking every single day. So if you want to try to sue us, Donald, go for it. Throw down. Let's go. We can't wait. You won't do it because you are, in fact, as I said previously, completely impotent. Just ask Melania. Anyway, folks, other than that, it's a great day for America. Steve Bannon is looking at the inside of a jail cell once again. Donald Trump is raging in Mar for Bedminster, wherever he is today. And it's a good day to be in the fight. Talk to you soon.
Does he sound crazed to you, Steve? I mean, that's the head of the Lincoln Project. It's the front group against Donald Trump. I mean, that is real-life Trump derangement, untreated Trump derangement. I mean, that guy sounds insane.
In the water, that's for sure.
And he has no life without Trump hate. Trump hate is all that's keeping him alive. What would he be without that? He'd be some loser on his back porch. Now, oh my goodness. All right, 1-888-GO-CANE-1 is the number. It is open phones on Friday. We call it Open MAGA Mike Friday. Anything and everything you have on your mind is fair game on Fridays on the program. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Brian. Since it's Open Phone Friday, I have a question for you.
Oh, is this Mike? Yeah. Okay. I'll answer your question to just honor the open phone thing, but I remember, Steve, when I first started working with you, I'm talking to Steve, not you, Mike. I'm talking about you to Steve. All right, you with me, Steve? Yep. Okay, because I know Mike has a tendency to put people to sleep when he's on the air, so I remember when I first started working with you, it was the station you were program director of, and there was a list of callers that people were forbidden to put on the air. And if I remember correctly, Mike was one of them. He went by Blind Mike back then. He was on that list of callers not to take on the air. And when he gets through like he does today, I can see why you put him on that list. Because I think what you told me is you said he's radio deaf. And every time you call Mike, it's radio deaf. No, it isn't. Not to you, but to our audience. So, so far as how did I get into radio, I'll tell you real quick. I used to listen to the radio, and I thought it was cool, so I got into it. All right, there you go. That's the answer. That's the answer. And there's no response. Do you really mean that, Steve? You want to thank Blind Mike for calling? Okay, all right. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. All right, listen, I do want to tell people, though, as we go into the break, about Lighthouse Medical Center and how they rid you of neuropathy, Steve. I mean, neuropathy is a disability. It's like a form of torture. Well, yeah.
And the worst part about neuropathy is the word around the street is it's incurable. When you've got neuropathy, there's nothing you can do about it. And of course, I'm pleased to tell you that there is nothing further from the truth. And
that's right.
I found those folks at Lighthouse Medical where they have a great treatment that takes care of neuropathy once and for all. There is an answer to this problem. You don't have to walk around on feet and legs that are numb all the time, and it's just an awful thing.
That's right. Yeah.
All you got to do is call them up at Lighthouse Medical.
Yeah, and let me tell you about Lighthouse Medical Center. We're up against the break, Steve, so but Lighthouse Medical Center has been in practice in Pompano with the same family for 75 years. That's amazing. I'm going to give out the number right now. When you call, make sure you tell them you heard about them on the radio, because it's a no-charge consultation. They rid Steve of his neuropathy. We were really concerned about what Steve was going to do on the cruise because of all of his neuropathy issues. Now he can go because of their treatment for neuropathy, which works. You can hear it in Steve. But by the way, they're in Pompano, but they can help you no matter where you are. Here's the number, 754-222-6642. 754-222-6642. Online, lighthousemedicalcenter.com. Give them a call and rid yourself of neuropathy. We'll be back after this. Online, lighthousemedicalcenter.com. Give them a call and rid yourself of neuropathy. We'll be back after this.
The new Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 is here.
Vladik, $5 super chat, thank you. Watch My Son Hunter, it was very good. Well, call me on the air. I haven't gotten one call all week about My Son Hunter, which really surprised me. So if you saw My Son Hunter, call on the air.
A multi-vehicle crash in Delray Beach now has 2 right lanes blocked along I-95 heading northbound and Atlantic Avenue. Stop and go traffic is going back.
Yeah, I was expecting to hear callers this week who have seen My Son Hunter. Really, Rome? I had no problems.
We're seeing some light volume now coming from Deerfield into Boca. Also light traffic to the north passing the Beeline Highway. This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. You might not have the biggest garage on the block, but with eBay Motors, there's 122 million parts right at your fingertips. Whatever you need, there's something that fits your vehicle. Air filters, tires, seat covers, and more. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride. That's traffic. I'm Chris Barr.
Here's your True Oldies ABC News Update.
ABC News now, I'm Todd. The Queen's death at age 96 has triggered Operation London Bridge, an intricate plan that maps out the 10 days after her death. ABC's Zoe McGee is in London.
As soon as the Queen died, her son Charles became the king. He announced yesterday that he would be known as King Charles III. He would have been informed by the Queen's private secretary, and while that was all going on, members of the royal family were rushing to be either by her side or as close to her as possible.
McGee has more on today's events.
The day after her death, i.e. today, we know that we will have gun salutes, we will have guns fired from all the royal parks, all the flags will be at half-mast, church bells will be tolling, the King will give an address, he will speak to the nation for the first time in a televised address.
ABC's Zoe McGee. President Biden campaigning ahead of the midterm elections in Maryland Thursday evening, telling Democratic National Committee members he's determined to ban assault weapons. This is ABC News.
Sometimes we push those health worries to the back of our minds, way back. But if chest pain, heart racing, or shortness of breath have been bothering you, bring them up front. Call a doctor. It could be a condition like atrial fibrillation. AFib can have other symptoms too, and increases stroke risk about 5 times. This is no time to wait.
A message from Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer. Learn more at notimetowait.com.
Get it off your chest. Just call in 888-GO-CANE-1. Hello. You'll thank us later. The Steve Kane Show with Brian.
All right, the 8 o'clock hour has begun. I'm Brian Craig. Steve Kane is here. 1-888-GO-CANE-1 on Open Phone Friday. Anything and everything you have on your mind? Nothing. No, there's a rally next weekend. Nothing I know of this weekend.
What are the major remaining primaries that are coming up?
I think we're pretty much through them. If there's any major primaries coming up that I'm not aware of, let me know. I think we're through them. The rally next weekend is in Ohio. It's for J.D. Vance, who's already won. He's the candidate for the Senate. So now he's doing a round for the people that won the primaries. So that's I believe is Youngstown, Ohio, but that's next Saturday, not this Saturday. Mm-hmm.
How's that going with the guy with the Heck's his name, the guy I called you about the other night.
I don't remember. I'm Steve's Alexa, right? Instead of asking Alexa, he asks me.
Anyway, I'll think.
Okay. And maybe I'll have the answer to the question. I don't know. All right, let's go to the phones. 1-888-GO-CANE-1. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Speak up. Speak up.
William from West Palm.
William in West Palm. What's up?
Sounds like he's in a tunnel.
I just started listening to you since you were at the festival flea market.
Oh, yes.
And I had a lot to say, but now I can't say because I'm on it. But I did see my son Hunter.
Oh, finally, somebody else has seen the movie but me.
I am more disturbed now than I ever have been.
Yeah, it's dirty. Makes you feel dirty. It's scummy. It's scary.
As far as I'm concerned, from what I've seen, I think Hunter, I think he let them laptops go on purpose.
Yeah, he did, to get even with his dad. Just like his sister left the diary at the rehab in Palm Beach, so somebody would find it. They're always looking to screw Pops. See, Pops loves Bo. And they know it, and they hate him for it. You know, the thing about my son Hunter, which I was expecting more people to have seen it, but you're the first call we've gotten about it all week. My son Hunter, when it was over, I was physically ill and sad because this guy's running our country, Joe Biden, and the story's told through one of Hunter's hookers, and Joe and Hunter are so scummy, even the hooker is like, whoa, this is too far for even her.
So, hey, I have a question. Can you put up some pictures of your... I have a hat that I might want to give you. You may not have.
Oh, a Trump hat? You can never have enough Trump hats.
Can you put pictures up of your collection so I can see if you have the hat that I want to give?
No, I'm not going to put pictures up of... I don't have, like, my hats in a place. They're just all over the place. Some are in the back seat of one car. Some are on the floor of another car. Some are at home on the couch. I don't have, like, a hat rack. Yeah, exactly.
I, on the other hand, have a hat rack.
Yeah. Steve is a collector of collections, so he has collections all over his house, including a hat collection, but no, I don't have.
I was going to come over to Mar-a-Lago and give it to you, but
now you said you started listening at our festival flea market appearance. That's when we made an appearance, and they called the police on us and removed us. Were you 6 police cruisers pulled up? Can you believe? Were you a listener before, or did you see the police come after us and start listening after that?
Oh, I'm a big flea market guy, and I do a lot of the one in Fort Lauderdale, and I just saw the heading of the video.
Oh, on YouTube. I put the video on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, so I actually connected to you through YouTube. So then once I saw that, I saw in the morning you had a show. So I've been getting up every morning and turning your show on.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. See, we pick up listeners in all kinds of strange ways. You know, that the guy when we had an appearance. For those that are new to the show, this was, I don't know, a few months back. We had our first post-COVID public appearance at the Festival Flea Market in Pompano, which is going out of business. And I was very shocked at we had like 300 people show up, Steve, and it was amazing. And the manager of the mall, who looks like a guy from a 1970s porno, he has like this prison stash. He had a gun, and he came with a security guard who had a pistol. And the videos on my YouTube channel got very confrontational, and they removed us from the mall. And I said, "What is people coming to the mall and going shopping is a crime around here?" And apparently it is, and threatened to have us arrested for trespassing. And when Steve walked out the door, there were six deputies showed up to pick us up, but we had left and did what they told us. But a triggered liberal who was triggered by all the Trump hats and Trump gear that our listeners were wearing. It was very strange. Very strange. Well, hey, listen, it turned out to be a good thing because it enabled you to find us on the radio. All right? So Steve and I will do anything for promotions. You can see that. Well, you know. You know, that experience we had though with the triggered liberal, and you can see the guy's hand was shaking in the video when he was talking to us. His hand was shaking. He was so liberals. I don't know what it is, but I understand the Washington people, right? Because he messes up their corrupt deals. But regular people like that triggered liberal that threw us out of the mall, of the flea market, I don't understand why someone like that is so triggered over Trump and those who support him. I really don't. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But I wanted to play this clip. Hold on, this is insane. This is completely insane. This is Jean-Pierre, the White House press spokesperson. And I don't think it's a tough argument to make that she is the most unqualified person I've ever seen as White House press spokesperson. There's been good and bad press spokespeople, okay? But yes, but she, you know, they got a bunch of check marks, right? Black, gay, immigrant, female, 4 boxes checked. And she is just incompetent. So yesterday she said something that's so insane, I pulled it up. Listen to this. This is Jean-Pierre, White House press spokesperson, yesterday.
We see majority of Americans who disagree. And so when you are not with where majority of Americans are, then, you know, that is extreme. That is an extreme way of thinking.
Okay. Yeah, so if you do not think the way the majority do, if you're a minority, you're an extremist. So does that mean gay people must be extremists because they're not the majority? The majority are straight in our society today. Black people are only 12-13% of American society. By her argument, black people are extreme. They're extremists because they're minorities. Does she realize how stupid that sounds? Do you think after she said it?
Against affirmative action?
I know. Minorities are extremists just by definition of being a minority. Wow.
They can't fire her.
Oh, no. Black, gay woman? Good luck with that.
Between the rock and the hard place.
So you think after she said that, she didn't even realize how stupid she sounds?
Oh, that's
really
important.
I mean, sometimes.
Yeah, they do though.
Oh, you think?
I think so. I think they're kicking themselves.
I would love to have been in the back room at the White House press office watching that with the people around when she said, I don't know, maybe they're a bunch of liberal snowflakes and they think that what she said's true.
I think they know they effed up.
I think. All right. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
James Boca.
Hey, James.
Hey, Jim.
Hey,
Hey, I haven't had a chance to really research this, but the DOJ, obviously, they appealed the judge's ruling. It's going to the 11th Circuit. Where do you see it going?
Oh, the special master?
Yeah, I'm wanting it to go to the Supreme Court to squash this thing right away. Where do you see it going at the...
The whole case will eventually go to the Supreme Court. But it has to play out a little bit first. You know, the special master, what are they worried about? If they want to be transparent, let's let everything be seen. The special master, what are they so concerned about? Unless they've done something wrong.
Well, they have done something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what's going on. They said in the beginning, was in the commentary, the initial commentary that came out, that you can always tell who the villain is by who wants to cover up the evidence, who wants to release the evidence.
That's right.
And the people that are trying to cover it up are the ones that have something to hide.
The Justice Department also covered up the video that Donald Trump has of the ransacking of his home. They put it in as evidence. They seized the tape for evidence, so it's being held in secret, the videotape. Yeah. I'll tell you how it's going to. This is how it's going to end, caller. I got to be quick because we're up against a break. 10 seconds. It's going to end with Trump winning as always. Right? They've never been able to get him. They won't get him on this. Callers on hold. Stand by. Only one opening on the board at 1-888-GO-KANE-1. It's the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian. Back after this quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll get him on this. Callers on hold. Stand by. Only one opening on the board at 1-888-GO-KANE-1. It's the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian. Back after this quick break. Don't go anywhere.
The Steve Kane Show. Telling it like
Steve Kane Show.
whether you like it or not.
Hold on. Steve Kane Show.
Brian Craig,
Hold on.
how would you like a free doorbell camera? That's right, a free doorbell camera. I have one and you will love one. The first 40 listeners who call 1-833-283-5050 will get a free doorbell camera that connects with your cell phone with the installation of your Sloman Shield. You can see your home right from the palm of your hands no matter where you are. And that's not all. Sloman's is going to give you a free customized home security system and professional installation when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. So you're getting an LED touchscreen pad, a motion detector, 3 arm doors, and a backup battery. Plus, if you're one of the first 40 listeners to call 1-833-283-5050, you'll receive a free doorbell camera with the installation of your Sloman Shield. So call Sloman's right now for this limited time offer. 1-833-283-5050. 1-833-283-5050. 1-833-283-5050.
If you have rare coins, diamonds, gold,
All right. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian. Uh-huh.
Best guess as to whether Trump is going to sue them.
No, I don't think he will. Not right now. I think he's got so many balls in the air right now with the special master, the Mar-a-Lago break-in, and the campaigns right now. Yeah, because if he sues them, they'll have to open up the books, and they don't want to do that. Okay, and he's pretty. I mean, they attacked him on some place that is an over-the-line kind of attack on him. Okay, and it is attacking the financial status of his businesses. He doesn't like that at all, right? Because they said he was embezzling money through fundraising because all of his businesses were failing, and they show, I think, Trump Tower in the TV commercial, and you start attacking the success of his businesses. That's like, he really takes that personally. So he's going to go after them. Now, callers on hold, stand by. Real quick here, I was watching MSNBC the other night. You guys know Joy Reid? You know what I couldn't believe what Joy Reid was doing. She was attacking MyPillow. It was good. No, she was. Joy Reid on MSNBC, she was attacking MyPillow, in particular the MyPillow slippers, which I have two. Steve, Trump derangement syndrome, I told you there's variants, right? And Mike Lindell MyPillow syndrome is a strain of Trump derangement syndrome. And I have two pairs of the MyPillow My Slippers, and they are so comfortable. They are so soft. I'm like Mr. Rogers. I get home from the radio station, I put my slippers on, right? They're good for all day wear anywhere. They come in many different styles and colors, including pink for the ladies. And right now there's an incredible deal going on with them. Now I want to tell you guys, MyPillow is about to update their website very soon and update all the specials because we're getting into the Christmas shopping season real quick. And a lot of these great deals that are there right now will not be there for the Christmas shopping season, okay? Absolutely. And the MyPillow My Slippers I want to talk about today because Joy Reid at MSNBC hates MyPillow slippers, even though she doesn't wear them, right? I mean, you got to really hate someone to attack their shoes, Steve. I mean, I've heard some low-life attacks. But the MyPillow My Slippers right now, with our promo code Kane at checkout, K-A-N-E, are $90 off. That's a great deal, $90 off. But you've got to use the promo code Kane at checkout, K-A-N-E at MyPillow.com. You can also order by phone, toll-free, 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879. Promo code Kane, K-A-N-E. All right, let's go to the phones. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Greg for DeSantis. Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, Greg.
Listen, I have three quick aspects I'd like to talk to you about. Number one, with the MyPillow slippers, remember Brian used to claim they
Oh, so now you're going to attack sponsors. This is the, I didn't say, first off, I've never said that anything cures anything. That would not be true. But don't talk about sponsors. See, now, you know what he's trying to do now? There's, I'm talking to the audience about you. Greg called in earlier in the week and said something stupid, okay? He called back yesterday, still obsessing over it, and I told him that, because I've had this happen to me, although it's been many, many years, I told him this yesterday, when you do something on the air, when you say something that's stupid and you're embarrassed, just move on, don't reference it anymore. The audience will forget. And because he felt, I'm talking about when he said it was safe for women to jog alone at 4 a.m., right? He feels stupid about this, and all week long he's been doing this Wile E. Coyote attack, and now he wants to, he's easing on the end of trying to attack sponsors because he knows that we'll have to discontinue his participation if he breaks that prohibition, which exists on every radio station. Go ahead.
Council does the subpoenaing. Judges don't issue subpoenas.
Subpoena?
And you're telling me?
Yeah, subpoena. That's an Italian.
Subpoena. Do you realize that?
Yeah, it's an Italian dish. Yeah.
Thanks for that intellectualization, Steve. You know what? Brian, you're telling me that Trump can't release that video because the video was subpoenaed?
Yes, I heard in the news a few days ago, earlier in this week, actually from Liz Wheeler, okay, who's she used to be at One American News. She's very, very good. She said that they've grabbed it to introduce as evidence or something, which keeps it from the public. Yeah, but they haven't been to court yet. They haven't been to court yet. Well, I'm not a lawyer. Maybe they didn't subpoena it. Maybe there's another. Excuse me. Let me. Oh my goodness. This is like Joy Reid attacking Mike Lindell's slippers. Maybe there's another. Listen, stop interrupting while I'm talking. Okay? You're brilliant. You're smart. I'm just going to dig my hole deeper, and you'll be able to fillet me further after I'm done speaking. Maybe there's another legal term, but Liz Wheeler reported earlier this week that the government, the Justice Department, did something. I thought she said subpoena the videotape to enter into evidence when they go to court, forbidding Trump from being able to see it by the judge.
That's true, Greg. So why are you making a big thing an issue that you're losing?
No, Steve, listen.
Yes.
The judge ordered a gag order. Is that what you're stating that he?
No, we're not saying any of that.
You are.
Yes, you are. See, this is there's before you get to the last item. Okay, before you get to the last item. Let me dig my hole some more. I'm looking bad, Greg, and you're looking great. So let me slow down for a second. To the listening audience, this last little bizarre exchange with Greg too, with me and Steve here, this is what happens when you practice in front of the mirror in the bathroom before you call the radio show. You sound brilliant, you make great points, and then it gets real, and you sound like Rick Wilson. You sound like Rick Wilson earlier. All right, what's your third point?
First of all, that's semi-retarded. I practice in front of a mirror. Give me a break. You give yourself way too much credit. You think people actually
listen to us on the radio? Yes, like you.
I'm not one of those, thank God.
Oh, you don't listen to us.
It's growing heavy.
If you don't listen to us, how do you know what we've said on the show?
You practice in front of a mirror. I listen to you, obviously.
No, I'm talking about rehearsing your call.
I don't rehearse my call.
Okay.
All right, simple as that. You're wrong.
Okay, get to your third point.
Steve Bannon, what do you think of celebrities taking money? If I contribute to that Build a Wall Foundation, part of my proceeds are going to a celebrity. What are your thoughts on that?
No problem with that at all. Charities all the time, they have expenses, right? They have to, like, I'll give you an example, okay? My wife and I. Are you all right? Are you okay, Greg? Now I'm answering your question. I know when you were in the mirror rehearsals, I don't have answers. My wife and I donate to the Tunnels to Tower every month and the Wounded Warriors every month. Okay, they pay for advertisement on television. That's why they're on TV all the time. That people that have not-for-profits buy advertising, pay for advertising, hire actors, and sometimes hire celebrities. This is news to you, and there's nothing wrong with that. They raise more money because of it.
Those celebrities should be...
Churches are not for profit, but ministers get paid.
Those celebrities should be...
What? They should be what? What about preachers? Churches are not for profits, they get paid. Is that bad?
You know what altruistic means?
Oh, I know. Yeah, it means it's time to take a break. Oh my goodness. Oh man. It's the Steve Kane Show. We'll be right back after this break. Don't go anywhere. Oh man.
Unbelievable.
It's the Steve Kane Show. We'll be right back after this break. Don't go anywhere.
Tired of
Steve Kane Show.
Mornings?
Hold on. Steve Kane Show.
With your morning coffee.
Hold on.
The Steve Kane Show. Oldies 95.9
Oh my goodness. Oh man. Be right back, guys.
The I-95 northbound ramp from Atlantic Avenue is closed as well. We have a multi-vehicle crash that's lingering on 441 at Lantana Road. As for the turnpike, we're still incident free, but we're seeing some light volume now coming from Deerfield into Boca. Also light traffic to the north passing the Milan Highway. This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. You might not have the biggest garage on the block, but with eBay Motors, there's 122 million parts right at your fingertips. Whatever you need, there's something that fits your vehicle. Air filters, tires, seat covers, and more. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride. That's traffic. I'm Chris Barr.
Brian Craig here. How would you like a free doorbell camera? That's right, a free doorbell camera. I have one and you will love one. The first 40 listeners who call 1-833-283-5050 will get a free doorbell camera that connects with your cell phone with the installation of your Sloman Shield. You can see your home right from the palm of your hands no matter where you are. And that's not all. Sloman's is going to give you a free customized home security system and professional installation when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. So you're getting an LED touchscreen pad, a motion detector, 3 arm doors, and a backup battery. Plus, if you're one of the first 40 listeners to call 1-833-283-5050, you'll receive a free doorbell camera with the installation of your Sloman Shield. So call Sloman's right now for this limited time offer. 1-833-283-5050. 1-833-283-5050. 1-833-283-5050.
Hey, it's Tracy from the Lake Worth Gold Mine. Are you considering selling some of your unwanted jewelry? Wondering where to go for friendly service and fair prices? Well, get your gold, silver, and platinum jewelry together, broken or not, and come get a free quote from the Lake Worth Gold Mine. We buy diamonds, designer jewelry, and important pieces too. Lake Worth Gold Mine, conveniently located at the Turnpike and Lake Worth Road. For hours and more info, visit us online at lakeworthgoldmine.com. That's lakeworthgoldmine.com.
This is Lauren Kane. When people go to the dentist, they think of the pain, but the biggest pain is the cost.
What are your guys' thoughts on that guy, Greg? I mean, what a clown.
Call today, 954-922-4633. 954-922-4633. That's 954-922-4633. BrightonDentalCare.com.
Unhinged? Yes, Unhinged. That's exactly right. What's Don Jr.'s book? Triggered? A sorry excuse for a human being. Wow, Christine, that's pretty rough. No, tell me. I'm going to read some of these on the air, maybe, if there's some good ones. Impotent. Oh, my goodness.
A sniffle here and a sneeze there. Your first thought is what? Uh-oh, I'm coming down with something. But did you ever think you might not be sick? You might have an allergy. Find out and have your allergies tested at any lab test now with Coral Springs. Or any lab test now with Boca. Any lab test now with Coral Springs is located at 955 North University.
Self-proclaimed genius. Subpenny. What's that? Subpenny? I'm not sure what that is, Philip. Oh, yes. Piers Morgan Fox talking about the Queen. Man on his own island. I like that.
Make sure you mention you heard about them on the Steve Kane Show.
This is Steve Kane. I want to tell you about my
I'm going to read some of these to Steve when we get back. Oh, moron, yes.
I would have delayed telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
They told their doctors and found out they had atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol Myers. You might have COVID. Have you come into contact with someone who is sick? Are you traveling and need a COVID test? Same-day PCR testing is available at any test now of Coral Springs on the southeast corner of University and Ramblewood near the Coral Square Mall. Open Monday through Saturday. No appointment necessary.
Now, back to the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
Oh man, we are back. I'm Brian Steve. Hey Steve, I don't follow these things, but is it football season now? That's the end of the spot. Yeah, but yeah. That's correct.
All excited. I'm a big NFL fan.
Are you really? Or are you just a gambling addict?
Well, that's a whole show. but I'm an addict for those incredible wings at Wings Plus, and football season I equate with that because at halftime we order ahead. We call the number. You got the number there?
I'm going to give them the number. Yeah, and I'm going to give some advice on ordering from Wings Plus too. Now, Wings Plus, I do want to say this about Wings Plus. Wings Plus has been with us here on the Steve Kane Show as a sponsor for about 15 years. Okay, they've been with us a long time. It's a place where you can go and eat with your Trump hat on and your MAGA shirt on without worry, if you get my drift on that. And the food is spectacular. Now, if you want to... That's correct. That's correct. And if you want to order by phone, I'm going to give you the number to Wings Plus. But you can also use this number to reserve a table, and they have great sets and great room if you have a large group to watch the game at 954-752-4460. 954-752-4460. And Wings Plus, I'll just give you a couple of recommendations. You can order at halftime. You can order before the game. But Steve, you can also order today. It's Friday. And if you get the 50-wing platter at Wings Plus, which I like to order, they give it to you in a reheatable container with directions on how to heat them up. And if you follow the directions, they taste just like they came right out of the kitchen to your table at Wings Plus. So that's a recommendation, that 50-wing platter. Well, my typical favorite has always been, and I love, are the medium hot wings. And Steve had been talking about the lemon pepper, and Steve and I were over for lunch one day at Wings Plus. I got my medium hot wings, which are spectacular and out of this world. And by the way, everything at Wings Plus is homemade right there. Nothing comes out of a can, including the sauces on their wings, okay? And the homemade soups as well. But you ordered a basket of the lemon pepper, and I said, let me try one of those just to see what they taste like, because I never had the lemon pepper. I ate Steve's whole basket of wings, okay? I ate the whole thing. Steve didn't get any of them. I offered you the bones. Yeah, and I had a caller call me the other day that had something I've not had at Wings Plus that they highly recommend, the ribs. I did not either, and she told me they were spectacular. So listen, Wings Plus is located in Coral Springs, about a mile west of University Drive on the south side of Sample Road. And they're easy to see. Right next to the Wings Plus sign, you'll see a sign that says Ron DeSantis for governor, okay, because he's up for re-election.
Memorabilia for the election.
They sell DeSantis hats as well as MAGA hats over there. Yeah, so let me give the number out, though, again. If you would like to order by phone for the weekend, if you'd like to reserve a table to watch the game over there on their great television sets, 954-752-4460. 954-752-4460. They open up, by the way, at 11 a.m. Wings Plus on Sample Road in Coral Springs. All right. Back to the phones. What do you want to do? All right, let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian and Steve. How are you doing?
Oh, Wisconsin, Gary. What's up?
Hey, Gary. What's up? It's kind of funny how Greg thought,
I just broke my
I thought it
glasses.
was kind of funny that, you were saying, referencing that he was probably standing in the mirror. I think he was probably sitting on his bidet, and as soon as the water comes up, that's probably when he thought he had a really good idea.
Oh, so yeah, let me tell people what Wisconsin Gary's referring to, okay? Back in the COVID crisis, we didn't have a supply chain crisis like we have now, except with toilet paper. There was a toilet paper shortage in America. Remember that, guys? And Greg called in. He didn't think that was a problem because, like he says, well, don't you have a bidet, Brian? Like I have. Everybody has bidets these days. So we called him Bidet Greg, too, for a while. But that, I kind of forgotten about that. But that's how elitist he is. He thinks everyone has a bidet.
Unfortunately, it came back that his idea just got flushed down the toilet, so that's how that one went.
Yes.
The thing with Bannon and everything else and Trump, this is just really going to really irritate a lot more Americans, and that's why, these elections coming up and the future elections, I think it's really going to slam dunk the Democrats, and that's why they're trying every way, shape, or form how they're trying to attack President Trump, but, in the long run, it's the voter is going to be that people should really worry about. You got Biden sitting there saying in a speech that, MAGA is the enemy and everything else, but you know what? There's more conservatives that are gaining every single day.
I know.
And eventually
I am hard on
it's
them.
going to drown their own.
But you know what, Gary, though? There's a couple things going on here, okay? I believe Steve Bannon is going to go to trial and be convicted and go to prison in New York for this, okay? Latita James, New York jury, he's done. The Lincoln Project tipped their hand a little bit as to what they were doing, and that is this embezzlement thing. They're starting to go after Trump for embezzling campaign funds, and to use in his private business, the commingling of that. And remember, Steve, remember that congressman you used to be friends with that went to prison for that, Larry? Yeah, but he used it for gambling debts, right? It wasn't for business. But he went to prison for that. He was a city member of the House of Representatives down here in South Florida. He went to prison. A good friend of Steve. Well, I should say he used to fill in all the time on the station after he got out of prison. But the thing about it is that's part of keeping Trump off the ballot. That embezzlement thing they're talking about, yeah.
And they're going to try every single way possible, because if all of a sudden this doesn't go through, especially with the special master, if this fails, I mean, what's the next thing they're going to do? Attack his daughter and all the other ones. Is that going to be the next plan? If let's say the 2022 elections come over, what is it going to be next?
Well, they searched. Well, I want you to think about this. The caller, one person in our audience other than me saw my son Hunter. They never searched Hunter's room, but they searched 16-year-old Barron Trump's room. I mean, a little kid. I mean, that tells you how sick these people are.
Exactly. All of them are sick, and every one of them that think, like the one caller before thought it would be playing some sort of music or something like the Joker and all that other stuff. It's like all these people are sick. If anyone needs to have some sort of mental illness, it's all these people that think that they've got the Republican Party over the barrel, but it's themselves that are just getting...
Let me tell you how deranged they are, and I don't mean this to poke fun or make a joke, but Greg 2's call before the bottom of the hour break, you hear how deranged he is towards me and Steve? He's got Brian Craig, Steve Kane derangement syndrome. That's how that's how Merrick Garland is, Biden, the Lincoln Project, except it's towards Trump. And the difference between Greg, too, and his derangement against us and the people that have Trump derangement is they have power. And they're misusing their offices and their power against him. But that's the kind of derangement that he's dealing with, just on a higher level. We got Greg.
Yeah, because, when they take that oath of office of the abide by the Constitution, none of them are abiding by the Constitution.
Mm-hmm. All right, Wisconsin, Gary.
What I'm going to say is that I just heard another toilet flush, Brian.
Oh, All right, Greg must be on the line. A bidet. Steve has a fancy house. You have a bidet, I bet. You don't have a bidet?
No.
I'm in shock.
We did. As a matter of fact, a couple of years ago, we had a sponsor, Mr. Bidet.
Oh, Mr. Bidet. I remember Mr. Bidet.
We had it for a while, but it's not there anymore.
Oh, no, Mr. Bidet. Mr. Bidet was different. Mr. Bidet would turn your regular toilet into a bidet. You know, what Greg too has... I don't know. Yeah, we had Mr. Bidet. That was a great sponsor too, Mr. Bidet. That was great. I loved Mr. Bidet. Well, Pam, yeah, that's right. We were doing spots for bidets, but he turned your toilet into a bidet, and it you know, that bidet helped potty train my daughter. We had it when she was just getting to the potty training age, and she loved that thing. She loved that thing. It was pretty cool, actually. But anyway, guys, our number 1-888-GO-KANE-1. If you're on hold, stand by. There's only one opening on our very, very busy board. So we'll take our break for the Gold Report with William Youngerman, and after that, we will come back in our final segment of the week, and after the Gold Report, and talk to you guys on the phone. So stand by. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE-1, 888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. It's a toll-free call from anywhere. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show on the radio since 1977. We'll be back with the Gold Report after this. Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show on the radio since 1977. We'll be back with the Gold Report after this.
The longest running radio show in the state of Florida. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
All right, and it's time to check in with William Youngerman from the offices of William Youngerman Incorporated. We check in with William Youngerman each day at this time from the offices of William Youngerman Incorporated in Boca for the morning gold and precious metals report. William Youngerman, how are the metals looking today?
Looking very good, Brian. They are starting to put in what we call higher highs or higher lows and higher highs, which is very healthy for a market that wants to go higher. So that's what it's doing. It's basing out higher numbers and giving us some projection as to that we are moving higher on these markets. So yesterday we saw a similar action of gold hitting a low at 1704 and a high of 1729. That was then closing at $1,708.90. That was actually down $9, but not until it hit $1,729. Silver was up 8 cents at $18.52. Platinum closed up $11 at $880 the ounce, while palladium was up $104 at $2,070. This morning we've got a similar action. Gold up a low of 1709. And a high of 1731, putting it up right now $13.10 at $1,722 the ounce. Silver up 18 cents at $18.70 the ounce. Overnight we got as high as 1903, which we haven't seen that $19 number on silver in a while. Platinum up $10 at $890. It did get up over $900, $903 on the high this morning. And palladium up another $30 at $2,100. So the market's looking very healthy right now.
Now, William Youngerman, you don't just sell the metals; you also buy them. Now, of course, you buy all the coins and the bars and such that we talk about so often. You certainly buy those. But what are some things that people might have laying around the house, or maybe some uncommon things that people have that are worth money that you buy?
Yeah, practically anything in estate jewelry, whether it has a precious metals in it or just antique, vintage-looking watches, or we also buy all of the old currencies. Many of the paper money that we had from many years gone by are worth quite a bit of money. Bring it in, bring appraisals to all of our Steve Kane listeners, and of course all the precious metals in stock for me.
That's right. Now, William Youngerman is located right here in Boca. His address, 150 East Palmetto Park Road in Boca, on the first floor of the Bank America building, immediately east of US 1 Federal Highway. And if you can, you should stop in. It's really a museum over there at William Youngerman's. It's really cool looking at the coins, the currency. It's beautiful. You can find him online at williamyoungerman.com or give him a call. They open up weekdays at 10 a.m. Toll free, 1-800 1-800-327-5010. 1-800-327-5010. All right, William Youngerman, have a great weekend. We'll talk next week. All right, we'll be right back.
On the air since 1977, it's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
Oh, boy. We are back. I'm Brian. You with us, Steve? All right. Did you make your bets for the weekend yet?
Edition of the Post, and I'm going to be doing that later this morning.
Let me tell you guys, Steve has been gambling so long that your bookie is the son of his previous bookie. So Steve has survived his bookie. He's outlived his bookie. Have you made?
Well, I went to high school with.
Oh my goodness, they had high schools back then. Did real? Oh, the fancy school. Yeah, Steve went to the same high school as President Kennedy, by the way. So, yeah, so that's how fancy Steve is. All right, so 1-888-GO Kane. Have you made any bets with the grandson of the bookie yet? Just the son. They haven't passed it down that far. Exactly. All right, listen, there's only one opening on the board. You used to do this thing, though. Let me ask you this real quick. And I don't know if you do this anymore because Brady's out of action. You used to make a bet before the season started on the Super Bowl, which I didn't know you could do that. You do that?
I bet 2 days ago.
Who'd you bet on?
Green Bay.
In the Super Bowl.
To win it all.
Wow. So the season has just starting, and you've already made a bet on the Super Bowl, Green Bay.
12-1.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Have you ever won one of those Super Bowl bets? Really? All right.
For years, every year I bet the Patriots.
Yeah.
Quite a string of wins there.
Well, that's interesting. All right, let's go to the phones. Only one opening on our board. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, good morning. It's Jim from New York.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, James.
Hey, so good morning. So I've been listening to you guys and Steve since the FTL days. So I've heard this Greg for years. Man, I don't know what his problem is, but the hey, no, yeah. He sounds like he's off his rocker.
Deranged.
I think he needs to go to Mitch McTennis for some testosterone treatment because there's something up with him, man. He's deranged. He's very jealous of you, and his calls are just, dramatically digressing.
Yes.
It's almost like you're throwing a life preserver to him.
And well, I don't mind his calls. When he said earlier this week that women should jog at 4 a.m. alone in the mornings, that was just nuts.
Think things out too carefully.
No, we've had many rounds with him over the years. And Steve and I are very nice to him. We don't even go hardcore. We don't even give him the treatment. We just let him do himself in, really.
No, I agree. It's a fun call. I mean, it's much more fun than Liberal Al, who makes no call.
Have you noticed Liberal Al's been missing lately?
No, he calls in on the days you're not here, Steve.
So you know what it is? It gets back to what Brian was saying. They know we're winning. There isn't much they can defend. The Liberals have nothing to ride on right now. They can keep up with these fake and phony, investing to get Trump. They know they're going to get rolled in the midterm.
But you know what? Even though they're going to lose, let me ask you, do you think Steve Bannon's going to go to prison up in New York? I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, good chance of it. Like you said, just, I wish the hell I can get out of here, but I own a business that I really can't relocate with that easily. So, unfortunately, I'm stuck up here, and there's such hacks up here. It's ridiculous.
New York.
Yeah, that's what she ran on. She ran on jailing Trump and everybody with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That without saying what it is, what kind of business are you in New York?
I own an insurance agency, and I'm licensed to only do business here in New York.
Oh.
Relocated. I couldn't,
No, that's too bad.
Well, I can't. I'm too old to rebuild at this point. So.
Yeah, I get it. All right, Jim in New York, take care. Thanks for the call. By the way, just to give you, we for those that are new to the show, the Steve Kane Show, this is a live and local show. I'm at the radio station in Boca. Steve has his own private studio at his home in Cooper City. We have callers that call in from all over America and the world, which you can hear, like Jim from New York. We get calls from the UK, Australia, Canada, all over America. We have a large listenership online who watch us on my YouTube channel or listen to my podcast or listen to the radio station on iHeartRadio or on Alexa. And I know it sounds like we're national. If you just came into this show, you would think it was a nationally syndicated show, and in many ways it is. But no, we're live and local right here. But with that being said, Jim from New York, let me tell you how loyal, Steve, this is amazing. Our listeners, even the ones out of state, are so loyal. He was vacationing in Florida and went and got new tires at our tire sponsor, Friendly Tire in Margate. Isn't that something? I mean, it's great. Our out-of-state sponsors are, you know, when we do our cruises, we have listeners who come in from around America. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah. And people fly here, and they get here like the day before the cruise, you know, the people that are going oftentimes. And either on the day before the cruise or the day we get back, they go over to Wings Plus and have the wings. Or even our out-of-state listeners, they use our local sponsors, which is, it's really cool, actually. It's amazing when you think about it. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
John Okeechobee.
Hey, John.
You know what they're going to do? They're going to make Trump into like a Gandhi or somebody like that. They keep persecuting him. They're going to hack off so many Americans. I don't know anybody in the world.
I think you got a good point. Every time they do these things and mistreat Trump, there's a price they pay. Because Americans don't like it and they get pissed off. You should pardon the expression.
Sure, I mean, even people that would be ordinary Kennedy, Johnson, Humphrey type Democrats are saying this is fair, this is not right. And they're just, you know.
You don't have to go back that far. Even people that were Obama Democrats and even Biden Democrats and Hillary Clinton Democrats are like, this break-in at Mar-a-Lago was a big mistake. They're like, whoa, this is crazy. We may not like him, but he's a president of the United States. How can you do this? It looks, you know, they made some big in that the speech from the gates of hell in Philadelphia. That was a big mistake too.
God, who did that? I can't believe anybody did that.
All right, John. John's voice sounds like he's talking from behind that gate, doesn't it? Darth Vader. John from Okeechobee is a good guy.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
A little hard to listen to sometimes.
Yeah, I know. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Brian. This is Tony from Margate.
Tony. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Brian, I got to call you out on the lie you've been telling.
Okay.
I think you say more than once there were 300 people there. Not even close.
Oh, yeah, there were. Not all at the same time. Over the course of the time we were there, including the people I met in the parking lot, okay, who were just arriving when we were being escorted out. Yeah. No, I was there long. See what I mean? We've got stalkers, deranged callers, stalker callers. I mean, this is... Well, listen to you. You're out of breath. Listen to your voice.
Why are you so emotionally upset? Why is this getting to you?
Because Brian is lying.
No, I'm not lying.
Don't talk to me, Brian. Talk to me. I was there too. I was there for 3 hours. How long were you there for?
You weren't there for 3 hours.
How long were you there for? That's the question. What's the answer?
I was there for at least an hour.
An hour. Okay, so that means you weren't there for 2 hours.
Oh, my goodness.
How are you qualified to judge how many people came in a 3-hour appearance?
I was there.
Right? Why don't you just apologize? Why don't you just apologize and say, I'm sorry, Steve. I guess I was just there for an hour, and I counted how many people were there for an hour, and I undercounted. It's okay. It's a mistake you made.
How? But you were only there for 1 of 3 hours.
Let him give his apology.
Okay.
Steve, you were there. Steve, I was there.
How you were there for an hour? Let's go with what we've established. You were there for an hour. You just said that. You were there for an hour. Okay. So how do you know who was there for the other 2 hours? You don't. You can't know, right?
Oh boy.
So you don't know what you're talking about. Get off the phone, you jerk.
Oh boy. you know, why do the, you know, it's so interesting how much people want you to be a failure. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. Steve Kane, Brian Craig, derangement syndrome. But let me tell you real quick here. As we end the week, if you're suffering from any kind of pain, like the knee pain that I was suffering from, tennis elbow, neck pain, any other type of pain, call Dr. Appleton and talk to him about his laser away pain system. He's open Monday through Saturday. Appointments are not necessary. Walk-ins are welcome. No injections, no drugs, no surgery, no downtime. And I'll tell you, it works. I know, because I am pain-free. 2 treatments, completely 100% pain-free, and it's been 6 days since that second treatment. And I was even out on my skateboard, Steve, the other day in the parking lot here, skateboarding. I know Steve hates when I skateboard, but well, the parking lot was empty, and there's hills and everything in the parking lot. I was gleaming the cube, if you guys remember that. Listen, it's a no-charge consultation. If you mention you heard about Dr. Appleton on the radio, here's his number, 954-973-0710. 954-973-0710. Online, AppletonCairo.com. You don't have to live with pain any longer. Give him a call. Let's see if we can squeeze in one more, Steve. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Ken from Jupiter.
Hey, Ken.
Hey, Ken.
Hey, good morning. I'm still chuckling from that last call, but I just wanted to comment. I agree with James. I love how you guys trigger these leftists and when they come. It's so amusing. It's so fun. Great. And you just ask them questions, and they fold up like a $3 suitcase.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And the last guy was out of breath. Of course, it was after a hard workout at the gym, working on those muscles, you know, he says. But that was that was fear. That was fear.
Honestly, who would spend, you know, an hour with a little, you know, hand counter?
Hand counter.
to calculate how many people are here to see, you know, Brian and Steve.
Yeah, they called the cops on us. It was. I had people out in the parking lot. They wouldn't let me in my car. I said, I'm going to get arrested. They told me I got to leave. Hey, listen, thanks for the call from Jupiter. We're out of time for the week, though. Those of you on hold, stand by. Sorry we didn't get to all of you. It's the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian Craig. God bless America. And, of course, Steve, God bless the greatest president ever, Donald Trump. That's right. See you next week. Craig, God bless America. And, of course, Steve, God bless. Oh, my goodness. These deranged liberals. Hey, guys. Yeah, I broke another pair of my reading glasses. So, I got one arm on them. Hey, guys, I got to run because I got a bunch of things to do today. But thanks so much, everyone, for joining me. And listen, before I go, make sure that you're subscribed. You know, I was talking about this on the stream yesterday, earlier on, but I want to mention to you now. 30.8% of you, they give me the number, YouTube gave me the number, 30.8% of you that watch me daily are not subscribed to my channel. And what happens, I was talking to my daughter about this, how's this possible? And she told me that because you watch me so often, you're not subscribed, but I show up in your recommendations when you go on YouTube. And so make sure you're subscribed, okay? You may think you're subscribed and you're not because I show up in your recommendations, and that would help me out a lot, guys. So subscribe, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you soon, all right? Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone.